Hello everyone, and welcome to Ready City Crit's Dragon Heist. Today, we are joined by almost all of our members. Maybe one of them will arrive. Maybe he will die in a car crash. Who knows? I'll tempt fate.
Damn.
This could
Is it gonna be a
so
nat
badly.
20 or nat 20 or nat 1?
Put on a Twitch poll.
Don't restaurant and drive, people. Alrighty, so to join me today, I have we'll go this way. Rob.
Hello, I'm Rob. I play Logan, human paladin, and one of the party's faces, the least popular one. Let's go to the other party face.
Seeing as the other member is across the room.
Yeah.
Hello!
Biggest two
Hi.
drawers.
My name's
Not
Sullivan.
you. Not you.
Oh, what? It was me.
You're not
Hi,
a
my
face,
name's
Sullivan.
Sullivan. I'm a shifter, phantom, rogue. The nicest and the most trustworthy character in the entire party. And I go to person above me.
Hello, I'm Adam and I'm playing Gabriella, our resident warlock, faulty moral compass. I'm not sure about that statement. Let's move on.
Blind leading the blind on that kind of thing.
Alrighty. So, last time, the party, after finalizing some hiccups with the Zentarim regarding the actions of the Black Viper, they delved in their own little investigation, trying to see if they could dig up anything else about Xanathar back at the Xanathar hideout whenever they originally found Floon. Visiting there, they were met with nothing but in the empty chambers, apart from a couple of oozes that they had to quickly deal with. And Bosco had a little bit of a awakening in himself. Whenever he slept that night, he had a strange dream that drove him a little bit to paranoia. A lot bit to paranoia, to be perfectly honest. And the party readied themselves for their job that they had been tasked by the Lord's Alliance to help defend the Dung Sweepers. Which is take about 10 days and should roughly align with the finished construction of Troll Skull Manor, which would then be ready to fully reopen. So, I've already kind of asked you guys individually who's done what. So, I'll kind of just like run through everyone in turn. And, if you want to like change anything you've done, anything like that, then you can kind of, walk me through any differences to whatever I kind of lead you along. So, we'll start with Sullivan.
Yes.
Sullivan, you choose to not get involved with Lord's Alliances at all. Is that correct?
Nope. Correct, sir.
So you're going to spend your 10 days effectively investigating the underworld of Waterdeep. To summarize, if you could just make me an investigation check, please.
Yes, sir.
See if you dig anything up during your time down there.
Ooh. I got advantage because
Because you're spending all of 10 of your days,
rogue.
you're getting a plus 10 to this because you're spending 10 of
Oh.
it.
Okay.
22 in total. So there's definitely areas of, with your relationship with Davil and the Doom Raiders side of the sense, there after the last kind of couple of days before the downtime, there's definitely some areas of trust that needs to be re-earned, basically. But that's something that you can garner over time. You do a few odd jobs here and there. Effectively just trying to like get back on his side. You don't turn up anything major. I think my girlfriend has locked herself out, so I'm going to go quickly let her back in 1 second. Oh. Wow, so professional. Wow, amazing.
I like her
Great
top, Rob,
overall.
as well. I like her top, man. It's a cool top. Not yours, son. I mean Rob's.
Okay.
Actually, yours is a chaos actually as well.
Gonna hide it now.
Yeah. I
Okay.
finally like pulled one out here with my plain red one.
Yeah, it's like not just plain, but like brown.
Wine red. Let's go with that.
Brown.
It's pretty red.
You don't set up anything major, but you do kind of just begin to, you know, rebuild those bridges that might have been a bit damaged over that kind of like back and forth. As for learning just about the Zentrum and Xanathar, you probably learn a lot about how more about the Doom Raider side of things. They are, you know, they're effectively just trying to get themselves a bit of a foothold here. And the upper sides of the Xantrum are a lot more troublesome in that regard. They're causing a lot more... Whereas Davil would rather operate quietly. And at this point, you would actually know that Davil has been arrested.
Yes, that's what people want to ask. Yeah.
So your new kind of primary contact there becomes Tashlin, the captain of the guard under his employ. She kind of becomes your new primary contact.
Tashlin.
She seems to still be able to get messages to Davil whenever he's in prison, but they're a bit slow coming there and back again. But yeah, you don't really get anything super useful, I would say, about the upper groups. Apart from the fact you know that the Xanathar are kind of like primarily a thieves guild. And you did a little bit of looking into the Brigand the Arth from Luskan. They are mainly Drow. In fact, pretty much exclusively Drow. And yet, why they're here, can't really turn anything up. Mainly because it's quite hard finding any real evidence that they are. The only real encounter you've had was that one with the in the dockboard. Maybe you were helping Davil initially.
Cool. Also, to do my downtime, I'll probably Sullivan will probably be sneaking out most of the time. He wouldn't be like socializing very much because he's so focused and trying to get information around that. I don't think his party members would have seen him very often in the last few days.
That's fine. And do you do anything at that time for promoting the grand opening at all, or do you just leave that to the other members of your group?
No, I was gonna invite everyone from Doom Raiders to come down.
Cool, perfect. Yes, you invite all the members of the Doom Raiders. Obviously, Davil is unable to attend, but the rest of them will take you up on that offer.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's all the people I'll probably invite, unless there's anyone I've met who probably did in 10 days.
Alrighty.
That's it. And did I make any gold while working for the Doom Raiders during those 10 days at all?
Across the 10
Everybody
days.
Yeah, it was his like primary objective anyway. He was just wanted to get some information, but you know how Sullivan has you come to gold. He likes the shiny.
You make about 19 gold pieces, but the most of the stuff you kind of do is kind of more like favors for favors, kind of like trying to rebuild that trust.
Cool. Sounds good.
Alrighty. Next up, let's see what Gabriella gets up to. Gabriella, you spend the first 8 kind of days helping Logan, and also helping Boss go out initially for the first kind of 4 days with the Dung Supers Guild. It's pretty boring work. Nothing really major happens. And then you spend the final 2 days kind of just like helping out run the Gauntlet temple and just, you know, trying to make amends for the kind of lives and stuff that you kind of sowed. So you want to make me a persuasion check for the time spent with them?
Mm-hmm. I will do my best. Bam. Persuasion. I will be adding my D4 to that.
Sure. You also get a +2 because you spent 2 days on this.
Cool. 16.
16 in total. Perfect. Yeah, she's coming around. It's taken time, but she is slowly coming back around. And there's definitely kind of like an air of, I don't want to talk about it. And, you know, if you ever do something like that to me again, you know, that's it. You know, you kind of feel like, you know, that you had your one chance your one mistake, I guess you could say. But yeah, she's coming around. It's just going to take more than 2 days. Get her on
Of
side.
course. And,
Even leaving her a week to, simmer.
She would also invite Savra and any people she would meet in the gauntlet to the opening night.
Perfect. Yeah, amazing. You're inviting Savra. You'll probably also invite the healer who helped you.
Of course, the Watcher.
Yes. Alright.
And yeah, that's more or less everything. How much gold? Oh, I guess we'll get to that with Logasmo.
Yeah. You get. I'll touch on the Lord's Alliance stuff when that one comes to an end. So Bosco ends up spending 4 days helping out on that job, and then he kind of like leaves you guys like a note saying that he's like gone off to investigate more about the strange aberration that you guys came into contact with back at the Xanathar hideout. And that he's just, a bit worried about, whatever might have happened there. He just to make sure that, you're all safe. So he kind of keeps his distance for a while. And then you don't really you sort of see him here and there, but nothing like, he doesn't like linger long or talk too much to anybody. And then, Logan, you are the only member who actually sticks out the Lord's Alliance work for the full 10-day.
Yeah, Logan is probably wanting to get in with the Lord's Alliance because he's seeing his found family all having their own little alliances and groups, and if things go belly up, he doesn't want to have to go running back to family.
Yep. Especially based
Also
on the relationships.
Getting a better reputation with some decent people would probably help.
100%. Definitely. So you kind of like put in the hours, and kind of literally on the last day of this, there's several members of the crew who you're with. There was Morton, who's this like cynic, who's like, is quite a violent individual, would keep breaking brooms and stuff. There was Errol, who always, was going on about like, how he was going to get rich quick schemes, and he had those like plans of how he could sell various X and Y and Z.
Yay!
Oh, look who it is!
It is! Very nice. Hello.
There's like, we was at the restaurant, and like they were just arguing a little bit.
We are live.
We are live.
I don't think you know.
I like that panic. Run the light switch and make it purple, quick.
I'm fuming.
Cover the
This
camera.
is Davina. We are live on Channel 4. Please do not swear.
You're live on the BBC. Please don't say fuck up, bugger.
My age, doesn't it? Yeah.
But yes.
So Kenny's alive. Brilliant.
But yes, so there's also Elric, who's this like kind of patient fellow, and kind of just goes along. And there's also a new hire, nicknamed Stooge. He's quite a quiet individual, nervous. And on the last day, while cleaning, he finds his bag, which after opening it, he like finds what you can only describe as, it looks like ants that have been segmented, every single little bit of them segmented individually, head, body, legs, antenna, all unattached, but they're all still moving, and he is so just like they don't pay me enough for this, like just so breaking down and like paralyzed with fear. He's like about to quit on the spot. If you want to try to stop him from quitting, you can make a persuasion check, or you can just let him quit.
How do I think it would reflect on me if he just quit? It wouldn't be any real impact, would it?
It probably would make any difference to you. At the very least, it might make this final day roll on a little bit longer because they don't have one less set of hands.
Yeah, you're selfish enough to have that as a motivation. Yeah, I'll just like, listen, calm down. I'll take care of that. Let's leave that, shall we? Leave it for somebody else. Who was the one who was?
Just gonna mute Buddha there.
Yeah. Who was the one who was breaking a lot of brooms?
That was Morton.
Morty. The ants here. they're yours. Payback for, Broomgate earlier in the week. And he'll try and persuade you guy to not quit.
Cool. Yeah, go for it. Make a will persuasion check. Yeah, and that's enough. Like, you kind of like, yeah, fine. I suppose we're remote. You want to see weirdest stuff anyway. And, like, dismisses it, puts it in the bin. And you'll kind of go off. And you finish up. Jalester comes and meets you. Buys you a little drink at a small, like, pub kind of on the corner pretty nearby where you're working. It's like, I hope you don't mind me saying, but you absolutely reek. Treat yourself to a little bathhouse. And also, here's the payment for your friends as well. It gives you 3 pouches, each one lighter than the last. The first one is labeled with your name, and it holds 40 gold pieces. There's another one labeled Gabriella, which is almost the same size, and then there's another one labeled Bosco, which is less than half the size of yours.
Cool. He has every intention of giving those pouches in full to Gabriella and Bosco, so I don't know if you want to just tell them about
So
now.
Gabriella, you get 36 gold, and Bosco gets 16.
Thank you. Thank you, Logan. Much appreciated.
Logan to Jalester, like, Jelly, I think I have a long overdue second date with a lovely Minotaur. I think you might be right about the reeking. I think I've gone, what's the term? Smell deaf. Yes. I'm going to go now.
Have a lovely time, dear.
And he will go to the same place that he went when he was...
You head to Mother Talthorn's House of Pleasure. Meet a very familiar Minotaur for a nice bath and a pleasant evening to reward yourself from a 10 days hard work.
Bath.
I gotta unmute.
He'll give the Minotaur a small tip.
Yep.
Coin wise.
Yep.
Ah.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah. Who had 20 minutes?
Just a tip.
So yeah, he'll give the Minotaur 2 gold as a tip on top of, I don't know if there's any additional cost to him.
I think we put the price of a bath before. We'll check. So we did make a note of this.
I don't know if Jolly would have covered it for doing the full 10 day. That's all.
Yeah, fuck it. Jalester came with you. He also got a bath.
With the Minotaur?
No, a different individual, be of Jolly. But you probably ended up getting like a shared room, like it's like with 2 baths in the same room. At least to begin with, before you retired, perhaps in more private chambers. But yeah, that is that pretty much covered. And I'm gonna unmute Bosco here and see if he seems to be a semblance of alive. Bosco.
Yes.
During your
Alive.
downtime, you spent the first 4 days helping out with the Lord's Alliance, and then you kind of broke off to do your own investigation into aberrations and things. If you would like to make me an investigation check, please.
Oh, yes, I'm good at those. He says.
I'm going to turn you down just slightly.
I thought I was good at those.
Maybe once upon a time. You basically learn that the aberration that you encountered was something called an illithid, or perhaps more commonly referred to as a mind flayer. These individuals are kind of like boogeymen. They're from old fables and things. They eat people's brains and various things like that. Why one is here in Waterdeep, you're not sure. Usually they stick to kind of like hives effectively and groups together. So maybe there is a larger group of them somewhere. You're not obviously sure on that front. But after delving a little bit deeper, you're kind of seeing about, that voice and having your mind altered and things like that. If you want to just make me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Perfect. There are things like modify memory and stuff that do exist. They could erase or alter someone's memories fairly easily. And yeah, then if you want to just be a final investigation check to round off your 8 days of, or your 6 days, sorry. 2-2.
No.
You try to delve into Ceramorphosis and try to understand what that might be. Not very well documented. The only thing you can really understand is mind flayers plant something like into like a surrogate or host's body, which eventually would turn that body into a mind flayer. The ins and outs of the process haven't been studied here because no one's really had access to watch the full thing from start to finish. So there's no real documented, medical journals or anything like that you can find, unfortunately.
Okay.
And you get, I don't know if you heard me, you get 16 gold pieces for helping out a little bit. You get no renown, Gabriella gets 1 renown, and Logan gets 2 renown with the Lord's Alliance.
16. Okay.
And that is where we begin once more. So we are kind of like, during that downtime, probably it would have been Roxley, the guy from the representation of Fellowship of Innkeepers. He would have let you all know that he'd put up a few adverts for you to get some staff hired. And I believe he'd recommended you get at least 2 bartenders slash barmaids to kind of like, run drinks and serve drinks. And probably a cook. Or maybe even 2 cooks, depending on how you're feeling. So I'll run you through the applicants if you want, and kind of like a quick fire round. So you probably all come to the Trollskull Manor one day after your various days of work and stuff. All kind of sit down and almost got like board of directors set up, and your applicants all kind of come in one at a time. The first one you are familiar with. You see the chair move, scrape along the floor, and then move back into its place as you think Liff sat down, maybe. Eventually, after a very long, small knocking here and there, you're able to communicate with Liff. That Liff is very pleased with what you're doing, and he's happy that the tavern's coming back up to where it is. And he presents you all with a custom drink, which Liff just refers to as Liff whenever you ask what it is. But it appears to be some kind of strawberry liqueur, which fills the bottom of a pint glass, and it's topped with like a really bright amber ale with a good frothy head on top. But it's like a perfect separation. Like it's
a snake bite, is it?
It's a snake bite, but with liqueur instead of cider. Yeah.
Oh, looks wonderful. Thank you. I should probably try it.
It tastes weird. Well. It's quite nice though. It's like a strawberry beer.
It's very nice. It's very, very fruity. I like it.
As soon as Gabriella goes for the second sip, Logan's knocking it back.
Yep.
It's down the hatch.
Perfect. Tasty. The second applicant for bartenders is this little blue and green screened kobold who kind of sits down. And he's just kind of sits there. He's like, "My name is Mosp."
Fired.
You're not even hired me yet.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I forgot. I have to hear you first. Okay. Sipping a leaf drink. It's very nice.
Anyway, yes, please continue. Sorry for my colleague here.
Do not worry. I am very skilled in the creation of drinks, primarily for those of the more reptilian factor. And he produces, he makes you a couple of strange drinks. They are pretty bad at a smell and pretty bad at a taste. It's things like, this is cockroach wine, and like very weird things.
And I got again. Fired.
Thank you for coming.
The next one is a Zakaran woman. She is an elf. And she kind of gives this she's got this lovely little smile, and she kind of sits there and she's like, yes, I'm Lillian Herkin. Yes, I'm aware of most fine liqueurs, but my true mastery is in teas. I'm classically trained across various brews and leaves all throughout. Foreign teas are perhaps a specialty of mine.
Interesting. Expand our customer base could be well.
You're very well spoken. Are you of noble stock?
Oh no, dear. I am from
I should hope not doing a job like this.
no, I am from Zakara. You might know it as the Land of Fate.
No.
My apologies.
That's fine. It's a peninsula far to the
Is she like
I'm,
very
I'm,
good
I'm
looking?
very sorry to hear that.
Is she like very attractive? This elf. She must be because she's an elf, right?
Yeah, she's very standard elf.
Sullivan's gonna go to her. She's gonna grab her hand. It's like, I'm sure I can do some very, very good tea.
I want
Person like yourself.
I want to slap someone.
And if you want,
Oh,
Sullivan
yeah.
is very good at making tea as well. Have you ever had a tea bagging? If you come to my room upstairs, Sullivan can show you how to do a very good
You know
tea
what?
bagging.
Bosco, let
I've-
him shoot his shot.
I find
him
that
do it.
tea
It's
bags
worth it.
are quite primitive. I prefer to use a fine tea strainer and loose leaf tea.
It's okay.
I find that
can make
the
you very
dust
loose.
in tea bags.
I've got a very big spoon upstairs. Okay, sure. I can make you.
Sullivan, could you please sort this later?
Bosco's gonna stand like both his feet stand on his chair and
What?
just slap Sullivan.
What?
No,
Stop the cock! Stop the cock blocking me, my friend. I'm getting there. Look. Come on.
She's gonna be our employee. You can't do that.
Don't worry.
Sullivan,
have a
you're
go
going
after
to
me, don't worry.
She's not
HR
hired.
department.
You can have a go after me, Bosco. It's okay. So, debugging upstairs? No.
Anyway,
First-
my
Would that
apologies
get
for
me
my
the job?
colleague, yes, I think we could use.
Let's call it a job.
We could use your skill set in particular.
And if you have any problems with this one, if it's Sullivan, just let me or any of us.
Yes.
No,
mhm.
we're sure to put a leash on him.
All right. Sure. Thanks.
Anyway, do you have any preferred working hours? Any days you prefer off?
I can work most days. Just give me a little bit of notice. So I make sure I'm not doing anything. I should be
Of
fine.
course. Thank you. It will be a pleasure working with you.
Thank you very much. And she gives a small.
Have we
person.
spoken about wage expectations of these people?
Not yet.
Broxley's also at the table. He was like, we kind of just we ran through like the standard wage. It's on the actual advert. You guys, we talked about it last time. I don't know if you recall.
Oh, of course.
Okay, Leaf, I'll have another one of those drinks, exactly as strong as it is, because I don't remember any of that.
We need it. What?
Yeah,
What?
Another one.
Make that two, Leaf,
recall
please. Make
some
that two.
things.
Well, you already said Leaf would work for free because being incorporeal and all that.
Oh yes, I know. I'm just asking him to make another drink because
The phrase
the
beginning
memory
of it,
wiping properties.
It is actually a very nice drink. I'm not going to lie to that.
Who's
If-
next for us?
But you would know that most people who you're employing would be getting paid average somewhere between 2 gold pieces a day all the way down to like 2 silver pieces a day based on experience. So it's like
Yeah, checks out.
next up, that's pretty much your applicants for bartenders specifically. Barmaids like / waitresses. You get a halfling woman called Ryba.
Hired. Halflings, they're all very happy folk.
Oh, thank you very
Great.
much. That's amazing. Good stuff. I was gonna say I have some experience.
I'm not tired, my friend. Not tired.
Oh.
No. Don't
I'm
worry,
doing-
you're hired.
No,
Didn't
you're not
we-
tired.
Didn't we agree?
Your people built this place from the ground up. It was already here, but like it looked like shit. It's great. Yes, good work.
Before we
It's not racist, okay, because she's getting the job.
could
It's
you
fine.
just
Why don't you hide the other one? She had bigger
have a
tits than this one.
silence?
Look at this one. Yeah?
Listen, it's proportional to her size. I'm sure they're very ample.
Right.
Boss was just gonna be like hand on his face, just shaking, just like.
Anyway, my apologies, miss. What work experience do you have?
Well, I've worked in various taverns, kind of up and down Waterdeep for the last about 13 years or so. I managed the Worm Bones Inn on the high road for a while, and I've also done a few. I did a couple of years over at the Singing Sword Tavern off the market there. It was good food in that wee place, but the chef was a bit of a knob, so we had to part ways. He also owned the place, so it made getting anything on my side difficult.
Of course. Oh,
Okay, is it an issue when your colleagues are particularly knobby? Looks across at Sullivan.
I mean, it's
Like,
fine.
how much do we need to pay you to put up with some bullshit?
I can put up a fair bit of bullshit from customers and like it's just people. anything that happens in service, you take it in the chin. It's when everything's outside of service become a problem. That's when it becomes a problem. I mean,
Gotcha.
I punched that chef in the throat because he tried to touch me, and then he fired me for it because I was being violent.
Like it.
As I said before, you're
not
so
like
I
hired.
believe that you are
Do you
very
have any friends?
candidate for establishment. Yes.
You know what? You have 3 yeses, so you.
Yes.
Did
It's
anyone
like-
get the elf's number, the telephone number? Can you... No?
But-
Okay.
Well, yes, but I believe you'd be a very good asset to our town.
Oh, that's great. Cool. I'll see you in just over a week then, right? In a few.
Splendid.
Next
Farewell.
next applicant for waiter/barmaid is like an Aluskan human man. I say man, he's like 16. Kind of like acne all over his face. He's got like a long drooping nose. Kind of like scruffy like black hair. And he's just like kind of like hobbled together clothing, not presented overly well. It just sounds like, hi, I'm Patrick.
Hello.
Yeah, I just really need this job.
I think it would. I think.
We could
Yeah.
put you on the dishes for now and see how you go on.
And before anything, you should probably get. Wait, are we gonna? Do we have outfits like uniforms for our staff?
That's something you definitely get organized, yeah.
Cool, lovely. Yeah. Once we get the uniform, I'm sure you'll be more than suitable for anything we need.
Oh, that would be great.
When was the last time you bathed?
Just over a week ago, my parents kicked me out because they found out I was dating a half-elf. It's a long story.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you...
No. We've got a moment. Tell us the
Yeah.
story.
Oh, she's called Tanya. She's amazing. Yeah, they found out they're a bit racist, my mum and dad. They're so old. But yeah, it's fine. But yeah, and they kicked me out. They basically said it was like her or them kind of thing. I picked her, and then they kicked me out. I didn't think they would actually do it. I'm homeless right now. So if you are giving me this job,
Yes.
if I could get like a place to stay, like I'll sleep on a chair in here, or even like
Basement.
the first week wage in advance, so I could like
Basement.
rent somewhere out.
I think we could.
Shove him in the basement.
Oh, also, before you go, yeah, and she'd probably give him 2 gold pieces just to help you start out a bit with your new wife.
Thanks.
Why don't you move in with your half-elf?
Yeah, that's
girlfriend?
kind of the plan. We just need a job so we can get a rent started. This will definitely help. Thank you so much.
No props. See you later.
And your final applicant for barmaids / witches are 3 elf triplets.
Oh no.
They are star elves, which are kind of like a very strange group of elf. They have like very pallid skin with like hair, like gold hair, and they look almost like similar to like moon elves, but they tend to always have like just this real glow about them. Like it's almost like an ethereal glow. And these 3 float through the air while all sitting in perfect lotus positions. And their hair forms a halo around their heads. Like it like curls up into a halo. Like the hair seems to be like defying gravity, like they are.
Well,
No, too preppy. No.
that is a way
It's going to become all fucking cliquey. We might as well just get rid of the others and then get rid of half the customers. Because half of them aren't going to buy into this shit, and the other half we don't want here.
I mean, it's a good selling point. I mean, service people can be flying and serve them.
We're
That'd be the whole-
really good.
We have a literal ghost, dipshit.
Yes, exactly. And it'll work. even
Did anyone
better.
get that dress for that older elf that was here earlier? No.
Could you?
No. Okay.
Someone, I
How
think
about
we should
this?
establish like a human resource board just for you.
How about this? Look, we'll give them a job and we'll see how you get used to them, and then we can work from there.
They
Yeah,
all
she
speak
looks-
in perfect unison. We would be greatly appreciative of this job.
They look
See, I'm already
creepy.
freaked out. What
No,
the fuck is
no.
this?
I agree
Do not
with this
worry.
one.
We
No.
are good at 7.
No, I don't like it. Why are you echoing?
We are all speaking
it's like
at the same
ground
time.
sound.
How about we will wait. Do we need more people, or do we have an estimate of how many people we actually need? Or
I mean, look at this one.
we can work as well, I suppose.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true.
as long as you guys are willing to give up like actual days of your time, it can even make more sense. Right now, you're probably good for bartenders and barmaids to stay open up like pretty much. I love of like a standard 10-day. You're probably going to stay open like 8 out of 10 days with that setup, as long as you get like maybe like 1 or 2 chefs to like just keep that back and forth.
Okay, one question just to check how freaky this shit is. What if we only wanted to hire one of you?
We received a divinatory vision that we are all needed here. We shall work you for a period of 12 months, so it is written.
Okay, that didn't answer my fucking question, which is the first issue we got here. We have a failure to communicate.
Let's just give them the
We are
job.
effectively as
Fine.
one.
I mean, 3 people.
What, is it like
in
3
one.
kobolds in a trench coat bullshit? I've heard that nursery story, I don't like it.
I mean, if you're gonna get 3 for the price of 1, it's a good price, no?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wait, okay. Do you have, if you come as one, do you work just for, one person's wage?
As long as we receive tips for the 3 of us individually, 1 wage would be applicable.
Oh,
Okay, deal.
Okay, done.
Listen, we're the employer, okay, and in this land, who gives a shit about tips? That's their problem.
capitalism, baby.
Yes, like real, like top-end capitalism. It's great.
Most good. And then one of them like lifts a hand and like
Who
floats
speaks
a
like this? Even I don't speak like this. Most good. What is most good?
They
This is good.
they're like literally like before they even like move in like they like move like a pinky finger and like one of Lift's strings that he's just made picks up and floats over towards Logan like and lands there, and then you see Lift like still moving stuff over by the bar. So it definitely wasn't Lift who did that.
See.
It doesn't mean I'm happy. I'm just having a drink.
This could mean this really brings the old haunted.
Yeah, it really does. But,
Also, this
If you're going for like a
divinatory
haunted
vision-
front, you could like throw like a bed sheet over the 3 of them and just say they're ghosts.
There's more to you than meets the eye, isn't there? I mean, obviously, because, you're fucking tiny. But, no, my point is, yes. This divinatory vision, who or what or where or when was it from?
We received it a fortnight ago. Upon our travels, we hurried here with great haste.
huh.
Okay, again, is that who?
What kind of variation?
Where's it from?
The light
Sorry?
of the stars.
A star?
Okay, I can live with that. I just didn't want to be, fucking.
As
Some
long as you
demon
have
or some shit.
care, a pleasure to meet you, and see you in a few days. I
We shall
presume.
see you then. And they all just like float backwards away from you, maintaining like that front facing the door.
Creepy.
This is.
I still think you should have hired that elf. Just saying, you know?
You know what? Why don't you hire her
We did hide the elf.
for a private, servicing?
You did hire. You hired Lillian.
Yeah.
We did.
Oh.
Yeah, we did.
You did hire her. I was just letting
I
Sullivan
said-
roll on like that, thinking you didn't.
Yeah.
Because you're like, if you have any
No,
problems
sir.
with him, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like. I'm just saying they're gonna be able to HR reports and sell it.
I'm just saying, with her, we can do like private alternate teas. Like,
Yeah,
Yes.
take party. Oh, wait.
I could
A
have
lot of
tea, like tea
spoon
making.
stirring.
Anyhow, well, who else we have? I think we still need to
We just
check
got
chefs, right?
some chefs to look at. There's a couple here who say they'll only work together. We'll get them out of the way. Things the last group also seem to be a group
Yes,
item.
please. Thank you.
Is
course.
Sprig and Dupair, they're called, and these 2 humans kind of like come over, look up the chairs. They look fairly standard. A little bit of like 5 o'clock shadow on Dupair, and his Sprig has this big like handlebar mustache, shaved completely bald on his head. They wear fairly utilitarian clothing. Sit down, like, yeah. Well, we literally just ended up having to leave our last job because the inn turned into like a Tinker Gnome hotspot. It was a shame because it's a good place, quite busy, but I don't know. There was 35 Tinker Gnomes all working on the same project while drunk. And
that sounds dangerous.
yeah, they blew a hole in the wall, which very nearly killed Isgrig here. So we decided to leave before we died, and we just want to look something a bit less explosive.
Oh,
I'm afraid we can't guarantee that. It's more likely to be safer here, but you know.
yes,
no
it is
guarantees.
much more
Yes.
likely to be safe.
It's a way flamethrower.
Also, Tinker Gnomes are very big spenders. You know, it's all the inventions that they can sell. So we can't guarantee that they're not going to be the clientele of this place.
We'll do our best.
Well,
I mean, we can't just say no to people because they're Tinker Gnomes.
no, I
Yes.
get that. It just, as long as it doesn't become like a hot spot like the last place,
Of course, yes.
it'll be fine.
Whereabouts was the last place? Like, where in the city?
It was down in the dock ward.
Oh, no wonder. Yes, of course.
What kind
Welcome to the other side.
What kind of foods do you cook?
My specialty is in basically deep frying, which basically means take a lot of oil, get it really hot, just kind of chuck shit in there, and is Greg? What do you? He does some like fancy shit. Yeah, I like to take various bits of pastry and fold them over each other several times to create very fine bits of patisserie. It's a long and tedious amount of work.
Would you be willing or able to make us some quick samples? I think our kitchens are finished, aren't they?
It'll take me at least an hour and a half to prep
Oh,
and bake.
well,
But I could.
Don't worry, we've got plenty more interviews to get
Yes.
through.
So while
crack
that
on.
goes on, you can go ahead.
Also, I'm very intrigued about this deep frying. Like, how deep? Like, is it like in a well? This oil? Why is it called deep frying?
Well, you know, whenever you have like a pan's quite shallow. I use
Yes.
a large bucket that's maybe about 3 foot tall. I fill that with the oil and I
sounds-
sink the food in.
Okay, and the explosion at your old place was gnomes and not
Definitely gnome
the
based,
big
yeah.
bucket of oil.
No, it's
Inside
definitely
that.
gnome based. Yeah, inside that.
What
Go
is-
ahead.
Would your past employer be able to provide a reference to say that you didn't accidentally arson the shit out of that place?
Sure. Bosco. Probably it's an oil fire. You probably had an oil fire incident.
20.
Yeah. You're pretty
Nope,
sure of
he's
an oil
lying.
fire.
I don't trust this guy. He definitely did it. So we don't want to lose our kitchen. We just got it.
Yes, I like those pastries though. That could really,
Not worth
bring in the kind of clientele that we're looking for.
As I
People
said,
who will pay a
They're
lot
already
of
lying.
money for shitty little pastries.
They're already trying a lot of shit about them not money the place. How can you trust them that they even know how to cook?
Listen, one of them was chatting a lot of shit and probably burned it down. The other one, kind of legit. Like, a bit slow, but...
also, you usually do
Oh,
not.
I know you're right there. It's fine. We're just going to talk about you for a moment.
As I said, your kitchen is at our disposal. Please be careful.
No. Be very careful. It's not at your disposal.
Just for the sample.
Don't burn it.
Yes.
No deep frying.
Samples.
Shallow frying is fine.
I'm going to say perhaps you should get Google to keep an eye on people in the kitchen. Because I'm very worried.
I've not seen Google in about
Yeah,
10
that's true.
Yes, where is Google actually? Where is he gone?
Wasn't Bosco like wearing Google's face?
You
I mean,
also
it's not like I miss him
Bosco.
anyway, but
Is Google inside you again, Bosco?
Moving on.
Do you need to lay the egg again? I think I remember.
Gabriel
right.
gets gesture to the kitchen.
I think this is becoming a fetish, Bosco. You need to stop that. It's gonna, you're going to injure yourself
they
one day.
will go to the kitchen. You kind of hear them on the
No,
back
no,
like, fucking weirdos. Like,
Bosco's gonna stand up and just go up the stairs.
okay.
Talking about deep frying, he's talking about deep Googling.
To the other two, is about. Does he look to be waddling to you? There's definitely a bit of,
I can't
Yeah.
really tell, honestly. Possible.
Maybe I've just missed that little halfling booty waddling up the stairs.
You what?
I've not seen him in like a 10-day, and I've been very busy, and all I've had for intimate company is a minotaur who, strong but very soft hands.
Oh,
But
nice.
still,
That sounds cool.
the point is, next interview. How about next interview?
How about
Right. Oh, you might like this one. This is Turgatan. Have you heard of him? This dwarven man comes in. He's got this long ginger beard, plaited immaculately. And he kind of wears like this big kind of leather jacket as he kind of sits down. He goes like, "All right, how's it going?"
Hello.
Good afternoon, madam. Nice to meet you.
I am a man, thank you. I know
No,
it's
I'm
hard
sorry,
to tell
just-
with dwarvish women. You should see my mother.
Maybe I already have.
Maybe.
I should stop talking.
Anyway, pleasure to meet you. So, tell us about yourself. What foods do you cook? What brings you here?
Oh well, I can make stuff out of nothing pretty well. I'm a former adventurer, retired now. I lost all my companions in Serpent Hills when they got attacked by a troll.
I was sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I was stranded out there with no horse. They killed the horses, so I had to use the bodies of my fellow adventurers to cook and survive to make my way back to civilization. And I didn't exactly want to, just slum it, so I made sure it was all well seasoned and very tasty. Eventually traded some of my concoctions with a merchant for passage, and now I'm here in Waterdeep. I handled the companions, the cooking of those companions for maybe 3 years prior to their demise. I did things like boiling things that maybe shouldn't have been boiled. Things like that. Make something out of anything.
You know what? I fucking like this guy. He's opened with a fucking cannibalism story, and he fucking sold it.
How about you go cook us a sample? You got like an hour.
Holy shit! Yes, there's two chefs in the kitchen. Choose one. Fuck him up. Let's see what you can do. Here's a sword.
No. Cook us a sample.
Hey, I'll do it. Come on, give it here.
No,
Hands over the sword.
Yeah, he takes it and stands up. All right, well, give me like 4 minutes, I guess.
No, you don't. He puts his hand on his shoulder. Like, nope, please.
It's going to be very interesting.
Kill one of our chefs on the first day. No.
If
No.
you hear any conversation about the troll, could I make like a nature check to decide if it's vulnerable to fire, or that helps.
Yeah. The trolls are like, pretty vulnerable to fire and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna stand there. I'm like, well, if you're firing a troll, you should have used this. And you're gonna hit. Just gonna let out one.
Okay.
cone.
You let out. How big's that cone again? Just remind me.
Oh shit! Yeah.
As you
I thought
fire
you
it in the very confined space of the ground floor of your tavern, which is made primarily out of wood.
Oh, yeah, fucking hell.
I'm gonna try and duck for cover just as soon as
Me
he-
too.
As soon as he starts getting excited and reaching into his backpack, I'm hitting the deck.
I didn't get my backpack. I just stepped down the steps. And
Can Gabriel try to cast Hold Person on Bosco before he fucking goes off with that?
Sure. Make me 2 dexterity checks, please, Bosco and Gabriella. See who would have the initiative there.
Dexterity checks.
Yeah. Or initiative. I think. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
They're the
tie.
same roll. Nah, Bosco does manage to get off the plane from before you, Gabriella, by some margin there.
Oh, rage quit.
Very upset in that matter. So how big's the cone?
15 feet.
Ah, that's not
I
too
wanna
bad.
fucking- I'm gonna jump out of the way.
I would aim it like, not to the people, just like, where some stone is, if there was a stone flooring somewhere around here.
There's like stone wall struts, but there's plenty of wood around as well. You probably like blast a good gout of flame, and it like probably sets chair on fire at the worst. Which one of your builders comes over and like it's like fuck, so I beat them like a blanket trying to put it on.
Bosco, what the actual hell?
Oh.
You hear from the kitchen just like, it's fucking happening again! Quick, out the back! And you just hear the back door swing open.
Everything is under.
You hear a large clang of metal hitting the ground, and like
Gabriel, make a check to try and calm the situation down a bit.
yeah.
I'm gonna head over to the kitchen,
Turgatton
crawling.
like turns like, do you want me to chase them down? I can still catch one. My legs may be small, but they're cunts.
Listen, if you're running away, give me back the sword. Just like smack him. If you wanna.
Alright, gives you a sword, charges after him. Come back here, you! I'm gonna eat you! Come here! Running off. You see oil has like, whenever you stand up, Gabrielle, have a look around, someone has spilled about 10 liters of oil across the kitchen floor. It's gonna take a long time to clean that up.
She grabs a mop and hands it to Bosco.
You know, Bosco, I'm pretty sure that'll
going
burn
clean
off
now.
quite nicely.
You know what? He'll just whistle. he'll ask Google to start popping it up.
Google comes, floats down the stairs, picks them up, puts on like a little like apron, floats over.
Alright, do you have any other chefs that you didn't scare off or send to
Yeah.
kill each other?
There's Renardo.
No, I'm pretty sure the dwarf's going to be back. And also, I'm quite sure he's either mentally ill with some post-traumatic thing, or he's picked up some kind of brain disease from eating his friends. Either way, we could probably get away with paying him less.
I think we shouldn't hire him. Anyway,
All I'm saying is, retired adventurer, you know, worst people to have around on your side.
let's see the others.
Also, do you want to be the one saying that he can't have the job?
Fair point.
There we go. He'll be back. We'll hire him. It's fine.
Anyhow, let's see who we have next. Hopefully somebody who doesn't use... She looks to the kitchen. Several liters of oil to cook their food. That's gonna be helpful.
You look over the kitchen, and like, no matter how much he's trying to clean them off, the oil just won't stop. And Boxy's like, what you need to do is, you need to get like a lot of salt and just pour that down, let the salt soak up the oil.
Can you talk about
You could just start leaking the whole oil on the floor.
Anyway, let's...
Yes, you've only got one chef left. There was another one in the line, but it looks like he's buggered off. Maybe if when he heard all the noise. This is Renardo. Renardo Greenleaf, I think. And this half-elf steps forward. He's dressed in very fine robes. He has this like very delicate kind of like facial features. And he just kind of smiles like, hello there, I am Renardo.
Hello, Renardo. Gabriella Joran, and these are my associates.
All I'm saying is, the fact that you're still here is a bit of a red flag. So, you know, just putting you on notice right there.
I do not find distractions distracting. I am an artiste.
Green flag straight away. Nice turnaround.
That sounds very interesting. What kind of foods do you cook?
I cook a variety of things. Yeah, you can have a look at my previous menus and selections. He floats,
wonderful.
Casting of Mage Hand, he floats a large kind of like photo album, and it's like if someone has clearly painstakingly drawn these dishes. And you see there's recipes next to them and things as well, and they look, they are like, the way the plating and stuff is, it's completely like, just, the components are just intricately like danced across these like strange like plates and platters, and like there's one like thing that's served on like a dish that looks like a dragon's wing and stuff, and like a very, very strange, like, and like you're like, you don't even know what that is, you're reading the ingredients, you're like, it says beetroot, but that's clearly mashed potato, like, well, how has he done that? And like that kind of like, it doesn't really add up how he's done it. It's like,
Yep, I think hired.
How do you?
Him and the dwarf. What a fucking partnership right there. Like yin and potatoes.
How do you feel about teaching? You know,
what do you mean teaching?
like
Having an understudy as an artiste, you'll know. Sometimes.
You'll be head chef, and we've got someone else to help you out. But maybe you can teach him your ways. You know,
That may be helpful.
Yeah.
Bernardo, I do not work to a clock.
Wow.
Whenever
that's
it is
good.
done, it is done.
Free overtime, brilliant.
I think he more means that he won't do things like, he won't rush cooking.
Exactly.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's what the dwarf's for. The
Oh,
cannibal. So you can, like, hurry. That's why they're a good pair.
Right, yeah. If he returns, but I think he'd be a perfect fit.
He's coming back. Yes, you're hired. Wonderful.
You hire Ronaldo. I give you my great thanks, and I shall see you in a few days.
Of
I have
course.
many ideas. He gets up, he leaves. You wait
I
about
feel
30
like
minutes.
I'm going to get along with him. He's
Before
definitely
you
one
go,
of us.
Ronaldo,
Yes.
could you maybe make some a dish that is perhaps themed, a ghost theme?
I have an idea.
Wonderful,
Goes
thank
in the
you.
kitchen.
Partner's doing this well too well.
He's in there for about an hour and a half. During that time, after about an hour, Turgatan returns. I couldn't find the fuckers, but I did find this cat. So I just bashed its head off the pavement. Is that right?
Show us.
I'm telling you, it'll bring in the punters. I don't know who, but it'll bring them in.
Oh, we gotta get that. Hang on, I gotta get that tag off first. That'll be a bat. You wouldn't bite on that metal bit.
Well, the kitchen is there, and show us what you can do, sir.
That's a big no from me. I'm sorry.
And
Yeah,
do not.
It's fine. You only don't want to hire him because you don't want to fuck him, Sullivan. Compared to when he walked in, I want to fuck him more now. So
you want to eat cats for breakfast? Is that what to do? Like stray cats? Is that...
I like someone who's got a passion, even if that's.
Oh well, if you want, I can
the
feed you.
fuck
I can go outside and bash a cat in the head and bring it to you if you want.
I don't think you'd be able to catch a cat.
If you do manage to catch a cat, maybe put this name tag on it. This one was called Fluffy, and maybe whoever was looking for it might, you can maybe say that was the cat all along. Because I doubt this might have been a pet, actually. I thought it was a stray.
You can grab that cat and can you just walk out the door of it, please? That's disgusting.
Again, I've got a question for you. We were looking to hire you if you'd be happy to be willing to learn from a head chef of ours that we've recruited.
You saying that my cooking would not be up to scratch?
No,
we're saying...
What cooking?
We're saying
cooking.
We have an expert chef here, which I mean, we're happy for you to... Would you be happy to learn from him as well as you maybe teach...
I doubt there's much he can teach me about, the chicken of the world, but sure.
But, of course, you can always put your unique spin on things.
I wonder if he's ever tried the other white meat.
What is the other?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. He did sound like the person who tried everything.
Have you ever met a tabaxi? It's like this cat here, but bigger.
You ate tabaxi.
Admittedly, I didn't know they were, sentient.
I look at the rest of the party.
Okay, I'm rethinking the hiring, but I still want to fuck him.
Okay, so you can be on four silver.
No, don't you telling me about want to fuck the elf. You want to fuck this dwarf, okay?
Listen, I don't want to, but sometimes you just gotta fucking try it,
Try everything once, just like tabaxi meat. You know what I'm saying? He gets it.
Yes, I'm slightly concerned. How many times did you try tabaxi meat?
Before I knew they were sentient, about 4, and then after, we're going into double digits.
Okay, so you try anything once, fine. I think you've kind of extrapolated beyond.
Well, if you try something and you like it, then you keep doing it, right? That's why you try something.
He does have a point there. I'm not gonna lie. He does have a point.
We will inform you in the future. Probably by a letter.
To be fair, drows eat humans, so I mean, it's not far fetched.
I think we should.
I'm sure that's over.
We can probably let him know when the next vacancy is going to be available.
Yes, of course. We will keep you informed.
I think Broxy's got my address anyway.
Of course.
And
just if you want, here's my recipe for the cat. Boil that for 45 hours, preferably on a low heat. Season heavily with paprika. That's the secret.
Paprika.
Right, yeah.
Get it. Now take the cat and go, please.
Yes,
it's fine.
He leaves the cat and then he leaves.
Is this some Waterdavian delicacies? Paprika cat.
No.
I've never tried it myself.
No, in hindsight, I think I know why I've heard of him now, thinking about it. I think... I think I remember the people he used to adventure with, used to always talk about how bad his cooking was, now that I mentioned it. I wonder if he just maybe killed them in the wild.
Brox,
and ate them.
Are there any other chefs?
Well, there was one more, but he got scared off whenever the building caught fire.
Could you perhaps do you have his name and address?
I'll see...
Oh yes, that'll be nice. Hey, we're the people you fucking run away from. We've come to find you at your house. We know where you live.
It's more like we could send a letter.
No, it takes too long.
Did she leave the cat? Did she leave the cat behind?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to dispose of this cat and Sulu catch the cat. And
don't worry, Google can do that.
go. No, it's fine. I'll do it. It's okay. Don't worry.
Maybe you could use the cat to get some of the oil up.
Well, I'm gonna get
That
it
way,
in the
when
cat.
you throw it away, it'll keep going.
So I'm gonna. So the stairs to go upstairs. To go upstairs, is it inside the house now, or is it still outside?
You can go inside the house now. It's all
I'm
into your,
gonna.
your,
I'm
your
gonna
requests.
take the cat and I'm gonna sneak upstairs.
What?
Where are you going? I thought you were throwing
No,
it
no,
away.
no, no. I'm gonna. Yes, I'll be right back.
Listen, when we said try anything once, we didn't mean fuck headless cats.
I'm gonna sneak upstairs. I'm gonna put in Logan's bed. Cat.
That wasn't predictable.
You go upstairs. You can make stealth check if you want. Just try to.
You know what? I don't trust that man.
It's really free, baby.
I understand.
Roxley gives you the address of someone he calls Vite. He says that they're a lizard woman.
Oh,
Yes.
oh.
Yes.
Alright, Gabrielle would like grab a quill and write up a quick letter, basically like, we are sorry for the disturbance, Lieutenant. We would still wish to interview you. And what happened was a small accident, nothing to be worried about, something like in that general gist. And then have it sent by probably, not a crane bird, just a messenger.
Logan will be looking over Gabriella's shoulder, kind of giving a bit of guidance on exactly what to put on there. It's like, Gabriella, there's a fine line between an explanation and an excuse. You're way too excuse here. Just bring
Fair
it back
enough.
a bit. Less is
I'll
more.
just word it differently at the start of this, and
Good idea. Perhaps try this. And it'll...
thank you.
While it's
And-
happening upstairs, put a cat and come back down.
After about another hour, after you send the letter via message called 3 copper, Renardo returns from the kitchen. I have finished. I have took the inspiration of the spirit and the absence. And he presents to you served on a glass serving plate, so it's completely see-through. There is a it looks like just a spiral of whipped cream at first glance, and then on the top of it there are 2 raisins just stuck in to resemble eyes. He goes, I call it the whipped spectre.
It's a bit derivative, don't you think?
I mean, it's very basic. I mean,
we could call it.
a 5-year-old could do it better than this.
Before you
what is
judge,
this?
how about you eat first?
And plus, I'm pretty sure I saw the man just make the whipped cream from
I'll
scratch.
take my finger out.
Yeah.
You
That's
taste
the
it.
point. I don't think we had raisins in either. Where did you get... These are raisins, right?
They are
You
indeed
didn't get these
raisins.
from a rabbit outside. Okay.
I think we tried.
Yeah, we tried.
Yeah,
The
try
food, although it looks like it should be whipped cream and have that it is still that kind of consistency. It's a foam, almost like a whipped kind of foam almost. But the flavor that rushes your palate is of a caramel and sea salt instead. It seems to be made of some kind of reduction and then turned into a foam.
That does not come, is it?
No, this was simply what was taken us. I took the core
You want to
ingredients.
whip it in the kitchen for an hour and a half and put in a plate. no?
And continue, please.
I took the core ingredients and I used the gust cantrip to repeatedly pound them until they
Oh.
changed matter state into more of a light material, and which could then be piped through a piping bag, thus resembling a ghost, garnished with 2 raisins soaked in bourbon.
That is a very creative use of magic in culinary in the culinary field.
Okay, I'll take that back. Okay.
It seems
Give
like
me some more
making
of that.
one of these plates does take an hour and a half for one serving. Prep time will be extortionate, but worth every inch.
Yes, that
Perhaps, although we could potentially offer food, maybe it's more of a event than actually, getting loads of people in.
I could
Maybe
perhaps
we
I could
can-
do it at a table using only magic in a bowl. It could be
Ooh, that
almost
could
like an
be-
event.
that could be wonderful. Yeah.
Yes.
Or maybe we can get some I've heard there's magical preserving things like storage. Maybe we can make some prepped and put it in there. I've had it
Have it
keeps
made in
fresh for a
advance.
couple of days. Yeah, keeps it fresh for a couple of days.
You get some of the magically enchant a room to be colder and preserve things longer. Definitely, yeah.
Mm.
Do we have a cellar with magic mold downstairs or something? I know.
Not
I think
Magic
you're
Mold.
thinking
That was
of
Custard.
your Wizards of Wine. They had brine. Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
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 like something
yeah.
like that could work. Yeah, if you could get some brine mold.
I think Will remembering something from Strahd. Didn't you swap it?
You
in
can't
the
remember
boat?
what happened last week in Dragon Heist, but you can remember what
I know,
fucking happened
right?
a year ago, and it's like fucking.
Well, I kind of thought it was this campaign, so yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, it only took a year. It only took a year to drop the coin.
What's that thing? Like magical item is like preserving bin, like preserves food for longer.
Chest of preserving.
Oh,
Yeah.
chest of preserving. Yeah, that's what I think though.
We should
Okay, I think we hire him, but it's not, serve the masses. It's more of a theatrical piece. You're an
Well-
artiste. We understand that. We certainly don't want to rush the
Or-
process.
Well, we mentioned we want to turn, the little upstairs room into our private for our more high-end clients. Maybe it's something for the elites, when they want to order some delicacy, some cooked duck and whatever. They know the wait time's longer. They can play their poker games and get their food when it's ready.
But anyway, I think we should wait and see if the second shift will respond to our letter, and because that will dramatically change our strategy. If we have one artiste or an artiste and regular chef.
You end up waiting a day, but you do get a reply in the physical form of Vife visiting Troll Skull the next day. You see she stands about 6'4" tall. She's quite muscular in build. She has this very chiseled face, rugged brown scales. And she kind of is standing there. And although she's quite big and intimidating, she's very sheepish in form. She's like,
Hello, yes.
Hello.
I was here yesterday for the role of chef, and someone set something on fire, and I left.
Yes.
That was one of the other chefs who tried to.
No, I'm quite sure it was you, actually.
Yes, it was a small mishap. We're glad you arrived. Anyway, please tell us about yourself. What foods do you cook?
Many things. I've got about 14 years experience in various
wonderful.
kitchens here. I started out being a cook for our tribe, but whenever that fell apart, I found myself drawn to the strange civilization. Back there, they mainly did things like cooking was simply butchery to them. But here you do things like combining ingredients, and that is most interesting.
Huh.
Most lizard folk don't have much appreciation for taste.
Well, how about this? We have a good kitchen. How about you give us a sample of your culinary experience?
Of course, I shall prepare a 3-course dish if you'd like. I will need a couple of hours to put it all together.
Yeah, take all the time we need. We're not in a rush, aren't we?
I mean, you're pretty tall.
I am. It makes reaching high shelves quite easy.
Boss, by the way, bear in mind, Boss was only 3 feet tall. You're really tall.
If you're flirting with me, you should know that I'm in a long-term relationship.
I'm not. I'm just very intimidated.
That is fine. Well, I will go to the kitchen.
and she just steps over Bosco. She does nearly trip on him. She brings her upper leg over. It's oh fuck, sorry. And
I might be short, but I am wide. What's Ducky Boy?
she goes into the kitchen, and after probably 2 hours of just prep from start to finish, she eventually prepares a nice starter course, which is essentially just scallops served in the shell, lightly seasoned with garlic and chili. Her main course that she chooses, she does a whole lemon sole, served with various julienne courgettes and small things of carrot, served with a nice salsa verde on the side. And for dessert, she does a very, very simple chocolate lava cake, which effectively is like a baked good. As you break your spoon in, it oozes out in the middle. It's not it's part baked. They are all surprisingly very well put together. Her plating is not the best. The food tastes good, but it looks a little bit slap job thrown together. Could probably learn some things from Renardo about that. But yeah, she makes tasty food in a decent time. You know, it's not
It
not in this
looks
unbelievable way.
the food is great, very nice. I think you'd actually enjoy like to chat with our other chef we have, Ronaldo. Consider that you'll be working each together, and I believe you two could gain new experiences from each other in this workplace. Something to keep in mind.
Of course. But thank you.
But I think we can all agree that you are a bit better.
Yes, she's edged out the dwarf.
It's much better than the dwarf. Much better.
That
You
it
hear
was not-
someone with a deep fuck.
Don't worry, I'll call you.
Let's be honest, it wasn't a high bar to clear.
All right, and with your staff all orchestrated and organized, there is not much else to do for yourselves apart from the grand opening. So, invitation-wise, is there anyone else you would like to specifically invite?
For Gabriel, it's Savra and the Watcher, and her sister, if she can.
I'd like to invite Barney and Buster Bunny and Duran. I forgot his fucking name.
Yeah.
The guys from the Yoni Portal. Come over.
Durnan.
Durnan, that's it. Durnan Bunny.
You want to?
You want to invite our... Okay.
Yeah.
I want to invite
Actually, no, I'm not going to invite him because he fucking threw me in the pit last time. So no, I'm just going to invite Bunny.
Bonnie says she'll come around.
I will want to invite the two Genasi from the Forge,
Yep.
the potion person around the corner, and also my detective friend.
Perfect. I think you sent out invitations to most members of Troll Skull Alley as well.
Yeah.
Are we inviting Jalaster?
Of course. He's our one of our main men. And of course, our financiers in this little matter.
Of course. Yes.
The VVVIPs. I've told a lot of people that they're VIPs. That kind of needs to be the baseline, I think. Then we've got the VVIPs, the people who I actually like. And then the VVVIP.
What about Raynar, if he's still here?
Bosco, can you just watch it with that backpack? You're making a shit ton of noise and I can't hear you.
I said, what about Raynar and his two friends?
Yes.
Who came here?
And how about
Charizard double cheeked up?
No.
Feeling.
Oh, this is from past ones. This is not just...
I'm sure I just saw a dragon all cheeked up. I'm sure on like a left-hand side of a page.
I'm not the only one, right?
Probably not.
No,
It was a different one. It was different.
No, black on the left-hand side of a page.
All right.
Oh, that was a terrible deal.
I'm telling you, man.
And on that bootylicious dragon, we're gonna take a little break. See you in 5. are back. Big dragon booties dealt with.
I would like to invite on Bosco's half to try and find those children again that was promoting our tavern to get the pineapple juice ready for them.
Okay.
And can I invite the Aladel? The moon elf from the street, the Mule Skull Tavern.
The Mule Skull Tavern, yeah.
Yeah, Aladel, the moon elf. If she's there, that was when I saw her. And other than that, and obviously Schemo and the captain.
Gang.
Yeah.
Yep.
My renowned crew.
Same here.
Gang.
We got quite the crew. Gauntlet, the Xanafa, the Zentarim, sorry.
No Xanathar, please.
No
Xanathar.
Just walk up to the opening day, there's just Xanathar hovering.
Alrighty. So it is the day of the big event. The Troll Skull Manor. Is that the final name we're going for? Or are you guys going to change that name at all?
The old familiar now.
Oh yeah, it was old.
Yeah, I think we'll go for the old familiar.
The Old Familiar Tavern. Perfect.
Yep, that's nice. Gabriel also probably buy some fine clothes. I'll just remove 15 gold pieces before that.
Yeah, of course.
Some
Where do
ones.
you buy them from? Do you go in particular?
Plumes, if possible.
Yep, sure. You go down the trade board to Plume's Needle.
I would be going with Gabriella to that.
Perfect. Yeah, you pop down there. Plume's Needle. It's quite a quaint little shop. The display window has like 3 kind of like modeling figures there, all dressed in different garbs and different styles. And yeah, it's run by a female tabaxi, probably around the age of like she's getting on. She must be around in like 70s or something. With these kind of like cheetah markings. And yeah, she sorts you all out with a variety of things in different styles that she can take commissions if need be. Very accommodating, but she also has quite a varied selection of styles from her years of work. She seems quite
Nice.
one of the people who's like, I'll never retire. I'm just going to keep on working.
Gabriel probably buy some. I'll go with some. Yeah, dark green and black. Elegant, like not too overdone elegant, but just simple, clean, simple cuts. Like simple, elegant, basically.
Yes, of course. That should not be a problem, my dear. Let me just get your sizes, if that's okay.
Yes, of course. And if you have some nice gloves, I would appreciate that.
Indeed, we have some lovely... What sort of gloves? Like silk gloves, rabbit fur, mesh?
I would like the rabbit fur, please. Something
Of course.
dark. Thank you.
Gets it all put together for you. Probably ends up coming to around 20 gold with the rabbit fur gloves and
Cool.
the custom tailoring. Logan, do you get anything in particular? Would you?
Something that's very obviously like evening wear, host of the party. Probably would overdo it on the flamboyance a little bit, similar to how Gabriella's underdone it.
I know just exactly what you need.
She, takes you in and she'll like help dress you and things. She gets you set up. You kind of find yourself in a showstopper. It's not quite a trench coat, but it's not quite a tailcoat either. The way it's been fashion tucked, it kind of like follows the figure quite snugly. You have underneath that. It's like a brilliant purple with like gold gilded stitching all through it, like made of like a kind of a reflected thread that kind of would catch the light, like sequined. You have quite a very plain but like effective, not like pure white, but like a cream shirt, and then a beautiful like kind of sapphire blue cravat, again heavily sequined through it. Trousers would probably be a matching purple to that kind of like coat that you have. and paired with a nice pair of heeled boots to give you a couple of inches of height as well over the party.
Perfect. Perfect.
You look rather dashing. A bit too.
But don't I just? Perfect.
More than usual, anyway.
Most people would drop dead at the sight of that.
Well, they might drop down from the reflected light, but yeah.
Only if
Well,
they
you
have
know,
epilepsy.
at least it'd be on brand for the type of tavern we do have.
That is true. The grand host, the nexus of revels.
She'll probably charge you another 20 gold, let's say, Logan, just for your custom tailoring and fit and the full outfit. And yeah, you guys all kitted up and ready to go, looking pretty.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with sort of like a prince sort of look.
On the way
Like
back,
the artist formerly known as.
Yeah, like a big sleeves, or like a massive, like a very shiny, like purple, so like attire, big like flimsy neck, like a high collar like this.
Yep.
High heels, and do my hair like very luxurious. Maybe even fucking do the makeup on.
You look, it's almost similar to how like Logan looks, with like the purple coat.
imitation is the greatest form of.
Oh, how about this? How about if Sullivan gets the same clothes as Logan, but he doesn't know, and they end up wearing the same thing. It's like, what are you doing?
It's probably not the exact same, but
How would
it
you
would
do
be
that?
similar.
Okay.
I mean, he did just describe Prince's outfit. I'm pretty sure he didn't listen to what I described for you.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. So I said a priest outfit.
Quick. We are starting with evening or turn?
Instead of purple, go say burgundy then. Burgundy
It'll be
color.
opening like just probably. It probably like opens at like dusk or something, and like so you get that big evening crowd. You're effectively gonna have like a big opening party, like, you know.
I was gonna make Bosco just rock up in his normal artificial clothes, but you know what? Can I get like a fiery orange suit?
Yeah, definitely.
Just to match his hair, just for like to like.
A big flared number.
Yeah.
Everyone's going like cold.
Very like orangey kind of
I
suit,
forget-
very like high end baller.
Gabriel's keeping your tone down. I think like the only one.
No, it's
Oh,
gonna be. I think it might be burgundy instead of purple, so it's not the
One
same.
more thing for aesthetic. Gabriel would approach Bosco at some point in the early afternoon. It's like, Bosco, like, that comes up. You home?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's I mean, would you mind helping out with a small project? I think it might be up your alley.
Continue.
Also, I'm thinking about getting a cane. And I knew you're fond of woodworking and metal crafting. Would you want to help me out?
Put on my list, or help you out here and there. So what are you looking to get exactly? I can tell you how long it might take me.
Nothing too complicated. Just some simple black wood or darker brown with. Yeah, let's go with a silver handle. Just something, just simple silver handle with some small. What do you call it? Not runes. When you scratch something into metal to make nice patterns.
Etching.
Yes, with some nice etching.
Engraving.
Yeah, some simple engraving. Not sure if you.
I'm quite skilled in smithing tools and wood carving and tinkering. So.
Oh, thank you. If I provided the materials, would you able to have it done for the opening night? If not, that's fine.
Okay, I could try.
Thank you, Bosco.
I can put on hold my other invention, but you sure?
If it's an inconvenience, you don't have to.
That's fine. I mean, I've got my portable protection device now on my flamethrower. So that's fine.
Thank you. Are you still planning on the university here in Waterdeep? You mentioned it, didn't you?
Yes, that was my plan. To get known here and then to hopefully enroll and then hopefully become one of the greats in Waterdeep.
Want to go to sometime? I could help you out with the paperwork filing. It's quite tedious, the bureaucracy of Waterdeep. I had my legal training a few years ago.
That could be very beneficial to me.
A simple exchange. Thank you. I'll be here short with some materials. And she'd go and buy some some simple dark oak wood, and probably some silver or something similar to that to make a handle.
Perfect.
How much would that be?
Let's say for the materials to make a cane, let's go for 5 gold pieces.
Cool.
And it'll take
Yeah,
Bosco a day to put it together.
Yeah, she delivered to Bosco. Thank you.
No worries.
Bosco probably finished it like the day of the opening. Because he was busy with his research and stuff up until then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it all gets finished off. And yeah, you guys all find yourselves inside your tavern. Your staff are all there. Uniforms all on. Looking around, you see there is... you kind of hear from the kitchen, like the back and forth of the two chefs who've got 2 quite different energy levels, kind of just discussing back and forth. You see Ryba and Patrick, both with like serving platters. Ryba's probably carrying like a platter of like wine glasses all filled with like various things. Behind the bar, you see Lillian there, who's preparing several liqueurs, some nice teas and things. You can't see Lift, but you can see things moving there on their own. Did you guys end up hiring the triplets? Something you did, did you?
We did.
You did?
Yeah, we did.
They're
We
also
did, yeah, we did, yeah.
present. Alithia, Elathia, and Ulathia are all there as well. And they are floating trays next to themselves. And yeah, there's a large red like ribbon across the front doors. Broxley hired you guys an extra large pair of scissors, and there's a fair big crowd at the front. You'd say there's probably about maybe 50, 60 people gathered at the minute, waiting for the go ahead.
Anybody? Are we doing a speech? We just getting a weapon? Anybody got anything prepared?
I'll do a speech. I've got nothing prepared, but it's fine.
Sure.
I'll
you
wing
know-
it.
Go for it. And yeah, what could go wrong?
Oh dear. I kind of want to roll something and then
Persuasion in
play
advance?
role play
Yeah.
to the roll.
You can roll position advance if you want.
The problem is then, if I roll well, I'll have to think of something good.
I will help. I'll help.
Yeah, I think we can like do a group huddle.
23.
Pretty good.
Shit. Okay. Yeah. So he'll go up there with probably a bottle of spirits, like a whiskey or something, that's still sealed, and just kind of as he's delivering his speech, he's gonna open up the bottle of whiskey just kind of passively.
Yeah.
And I won't necessarily do word for word, but it's gonna be like, one day, many of you, perhaps not all of you, but many of you will look back on this day as the day a new part of your life began. The old familiar. It is new to so many of you. It is new to us. It is our passion. But it's like an old friend being met for the first time. Who wouldn't want to relive that moment? Fortunately for you, you get to live that moment right now. And he will kind of sell up the whole kind of welcoming, but almost like turning over a new leaf aspect.
You hear like a few like woo, and like yeah, like kind of throughout the speech, like as you say things random people in the audience like separately agree with.
And yeah, and like, and now this bottle is going down all of your communal hatches. Come find me for a drink and let's enjoy this place. Why don't we?
Gugal with these giant scissors.
Hey.
And as soon as he does so, a group of bards who Boxley hired begin playing music on the porch outside. And yeah, like people begin trickling in. You hear people like, "Wow, look! And they've done this," and like they're pointing on like the different, interior decorating design. And yeah, people are drinking, having a good time, eating foods. The food's all prepared like more small canapé things. It's very much like a on your feet kind of party. Like, look at this new building we've got. Like, wouldn't this be great to come back to later? And yeah, it's a big PR event. Is there anything or anyone in particular you would like to seek out during this event, which is kind of like a half street party, half interior thing? So,
Yeah, I'll probably be outside. Just I don't know, just with a glass of brandy or something, but just looking back, just thinking to myself. And I'm also looking for Bonnie as well.
I also want to find Bonnie.
Gabriel would be looking.
I go to Bonnie and I go. So
Let's see who
Oh,
finds
the-
Bonnie first. Make me a perception
Wow.
check, both of you. Let's see who finds Bonnie quicker.
Hell. Jesus
They're both going for
Christ.
Bonnie, you know? We gotta pick.
She really that. We need to find a really fit picture for Bonnie. Perception. Go, Bonnie.
So you look for Bonnie Sullivan, but you kind of like spend your time searching a little while longer. Logan, you find Bonnie fairly quickly, actually. She's like just standing near the bar, kind of like, you know, inspecting things. She's chatting to she's probably chatting to Lillian at the bar itself, and if you actually find her initially.
I want it to look like I'm hitting on her to like a third party observer, but I'm not. I'm trying to kind of relate to her with a. Do you not get, you know, tired of people relentlessly hitting on you, not just because you're attractive, but because of the journey through life you've chosen?
Yeah, I know. I kind of do get that sometimes. It's quite difficult, but you know, you get used to it after a certain amount of time.
And then Sullivan, you finally spot Bonnie from across the bar. She stood at the bar, and you see her and Logan are sharing a drink. He's kind of like doing the like big lean, you know. He's got like his hand like edging closer to hers every now and again. She's there and she's chatting, twirling her hair, and
Oh my God.
He's not doing a very convincing job of hiding it from Bonnie. He's probably clear that he's playing up a bit. Like, you know, my friend Sullivan, he's rather taken with you, you know, he talks about you all the time, and I just worry, you know, for his feelings.
Oh, it's fine. People have fallen for me time and time again, and I'm sure he's a big boy. He can look after himself.
That's what I've heard, certainly. Just, you know, be gentle with him. He's a very sweet and sensitive soul. Once you get to know him, although whether you want to or not, he's led a very traumatic life, Bonnie. You know, I just don't want to see him get more hurt than he has already.
Are
But
you
I'm sure you'll
suggesting
look
that I
after him.
should leave him to it?
Oh, no, I would not want to suggest that you do anything that you don't want to. Or don't do something that You're your own woman, Bonnie. You've made it this far, and you've become a wonderful woman without any influence from me. I'm just saying that he is a very complicated man. I'm not even sure it's... gender to one side, whatever.
She just raises her like glass of wine. To complicated people, eh?
To complicated people and all the complicated connections we make with them.
While this is happening, Sullivan comes in. So, am I interrupting something in here?
Not at all. I believe it is time for your dance card to be stamped. Sullivan, please enjoy the night. Why don't I top up your glass? And he's going to pour some whiskey into his wine.
Yeah.
It's my brandy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, whiskey into your brandy.
Yeah. I was like,
And then just kind of walk off, leave him to it.
I think to myself, I was like, why? Logan being nice to me? What? Anyway, I kind of shake my head, and then I go to Bonnie. From this moment on, I probably would have said a few things to Bonnie because she'll probably be a close friend of mine by now.
Yeah.
And I will look up to her, kind of like just lean against the banister or in a fence or something. I was like, Bonnie, hold foot. Sullivan would be an owner of an establishment like this, huh? Look at it. Look how beautiful it is, Bonnie. Who would thought?
I know, it's very impressive. I'd say Donut wasn't best happy with me taking a day off to come to your grand opening, but
I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be worth it. I'll make it worth it for you, Bonnie. Here, I have a drink for you. I actually had a drink for her. Here, I have a drink for you, Bonnie. Take it this one.
is it the whiskey brandy?
Yeah.
She takes it, takes sips. I'm not gonna lie, Sullivan, that is disgusting.
You know, it's okay. It just goes down hard, but it just softens the tongue. Anyway, you know, a person like me with the head of very, very rough past, Bonnie, and have only a place like this is, I don't know, it makes me think about a lot of things. About Waterdeep, about my life, about you, Bonnie. Perhaps Sullivan has been around in many places, but maybe this could be a new begin for Sullivan.
I hope so.
And who knows? Maybe his other half. Who knows?
We'll see.
Maybe Sullivan will stick around at Waterdeep for a while.
Well, if
Things have
Sullivan
changed now.
does, maybe he should ask me to meet him somewhere that's not the same tap house that we've been every single time we've met, apart from this one time.
I agree, but there's no. Sorry, Bonnie. I'm a very busy man.
Of course.
You know, but I'm just glad you're here. But listen, the band is playing. Do you want could the old Sullivan here to show you one or two moves? I'm a very good dancer.
You're a good
Very good dancer.
You should see me when I get out there. Now she
Oh,
downs the brandy whiskey combo.
Okay.
Oh, that is absolutely vile. Okay, let's go. And she grabs your hand and she pulls you towards the dance floor.
And then I'll go away dance with her.
Bonnie's a terrible dancer, but she puts her heart and soul into it.
Can I do kind of test to see how good I am at
Yeah, do a
dancing?
performance
or
check if you want to see how good of a dancer you are.
maybe a deception, pretend, you know.
Uh,
No,
Well,
performance.
honestly, though, I rolled for Bonnie and got a natural 1 there. I don't know how visible that is.
Brilliant.
14 performance.
Yeah, you're pretty good. Like, you compared to Bonnie, you look like fucking Michael Flatley, Lord of the
Oh,
Dance. Having her next to you makes you look even better.
Yeah.
She can't keep time. She's like clapping like and stuff. Like it's so upbeat.
No hands, buddy. No hands. Just put your hand here. No, stop. Wait. No. Okay, let's just go with it. Let's not dance with her.
It's good fun. Anyone else getting up to anything at this time?
Gabriel, look out for Savra, probably.
Yeah, you come across Savra. She's actually on the far side of the tavern from where you last saw Alia Finlock, the Supreme Watcher. And she's chatting to Radar Neverember, Floon, and Volo. They're all in a little huddle.
She probably joined in the conversation. That's a polite listen. Oh, hello. Master Volo.
Hi, it is so
you know.
good to see you. I'm so glad to see you put this place up and running properly, you know?
It took. Hello, Savra. Yes, it was a lot of work, and it's hopefully going to be worth it. I like what we did with the place.
It looks much better than it did when I gave it to you, I'll tell you that much. Well done indeed.
Thank you, and we thank you for giving us this little place to start.
Well, I would have had to. Floon is so dear to me. Oh, you don't have to say that, Volo, but thank you so very much. Look, you two need to stop getting off of each other before someone gets jealous. Savra, you were telling us about that strange thing with the Black Viper anyway, and they seem to be discussing about the Black Viper's goings on. Yes, I was just saying how it seems like most of her actions seem to have ceased now.
That is wonderful indeed.
Whole 10 days of no reports from the guard. Makes a nice change.
I'm sure it does. And how do you like the place here?
It's quaint. It's very feels like the kind of place when it's not being used for a big shindig like this. You could just come, have a nice drink, relax, maybe get some good food. I definitely call in after the party sometime.
I understand that. I'm also not big on social events. I had way too many dancing balls when I was growing up.
You know, I've got 2 left feet. I tend to avoid dancing and balls at any good chance I get.
Understandable. I had a really strict dancing teacher, so I didn't really have a choice.
That's fair. I mean, I had like quite a similar weapons at arms to train me to fight, so I can kind of relate, but not really the same thing.
When I tried to get weapons training, my parents locked me in my room for like a week. So yeah, not much opportunity there.
I'm sure put a sword in your hand, you'd be alright. It's probably a lot like dancing.
Yeah.
Learning the steps and things.
Huh.
Dancing has steps, right? I honestly know nothing about it.
I understand. I don't know much about sword fighting. I tried to use a dagger once, and almost cut myself a bit.
Maybe we'll have a look sometime. You can teach me how to dance, and I'll teach you how to sword fight, and then we'll see who's better at what.
If you wish, we could start now. The music is playing.
All right then.
Yeah, she'd probably take her hand and probably take on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Performance.
Yeah, go for it.
Uh,
Savra is somehow not as bad a dancer as Bonnie.
I'm using my D4.
Sure, go for it.
Oh god. Charisma. Yeah, 10.
You guys are like, Savra definitely thinks it's like you're going like easy on her, but like, you're almost matching Savra for ability here on the dance floor. Maybe it is just her timing.
I'd actually go with that.
Yeah, perfect. And Bosco, you doing anything in particular?
I'll actually be having a conversation with Volo, but I'll go up to him. Volo, just a quick question.
Indeed.
I know I've read your book about the monsters. Your Volo's Guide to Monsters. It's quite interesting. You don't have any notes or information about things called illithids, the mind flayers?
Oh yes, I studied them actually quite heavily in the third chapter of that book, I believe. Delved into their various, where they like to set up shop and their methods of attack and things. We got a good bit of content on there from a few eyewitnesses from the Underdark.
If you don't mind, would you like because I don't have your book on me by any chance, but would you like be able to send all your notes based on mind flares to me by any chance? Like maybe what they, where like maybe their intentions, powers, and I'm just a bit worried. That's all.
Sure. You probably don't have much to worry about, boy. Most accounts, they tend to only get involved with the Gith and things of that nature. You're probably fine.
Yeah, no, you definitely haven't heard any about mind flares and water deep or anything like that, have you?
Mind flares and water deep. I mean, there were some reports that they could planar travel on these nautiloid vessels. But I think something like that would have been quite noticeable. I've not.
Insight.
Sure. He seems to be telling you what he knows.
Okay, thank you. But if you don't mind sending all your notes over, I'd appreciate it.
I'll send you. I'll get a copywriter to draft them up so I don't lose the only copy. It might take a week or two just to get it all finalized. There's quite a lot.
I hope I'm here in time for that. Thank you. He's gonna give him like a random drink he was drinking, and Bosco is just gonna
Are you all right, Bosco? Are you dying or something? Are you going away somewhere?
I don't know yet. I'm thinking. That's all.
Thinking about what exactly?
Things, the great game, I guess you could say. I'm getting all caught up in it.
Right. Well, I'll get those notes drafted up for you.
Yes, and just be careful, Volo. Okay.
Believe me, boy, you don't get to write the books about the content that I do by being careful. But I'm still here. Risks taken and all.
The next drink's on me, if it's not already paid for.
I was under the impression it was an open bar tonight. I have racked up quite a tab if that's not the case.
You know what? I've heard Sullivan's going to pay for it all.
Oh, good.
And, yes, give him a cheeky wink, and he's just going to go upstairs into his room for the rest of the night.
Okay. And Logan, are you getting up to anything at all after your encounter with Bonnie, or is that it?
I did send you a quick DM. There's nothing particular. He's trying to just kind of make sure that he's saying hi to everyone. He's just kind of socializing, getting his face out there, enjoying being what he sees as like the main host.
Yeah.
Because if he delivered the speech, he's like he's running the shit.
Yep. And you see that you've attracted a good bit of attention here because you're just kind of like surveying the whole party. You see Callie, who's like the owner of the Bent Neil. like carpenter shop around the corner. You see Embrick and Avi, the Ganassi Smiths. You see Vincent Trench. You see Fala. You even see Raishal, the like old gold dragonborn who owns the bookshop. It looks like he's currently sat on a chair, reading a story to Nat, Jenks, and Squidly, the 3 urchins. Like he's like sipping like a very shallow glass of red wine, and they're all there. They've got like, you know, cups of juice, like sat like across listening, and like Nat's just like staring at Jenks, who's like doing the weird sign language to tell the story. And yes, as you're wandering around, you eventually feel someone put their hand on your shoulder, and you just hear, "Oh, darling, you're not just going to have this whole shindig and ignore me all night, are you?"
Oh, where have you been? Have you been fashionably late or just
Of
too
course
rich
I
to
have,
talk?
darling. I had to see a man about a minotaur, you know. I couldn't let you have all that fun. Ooh.
Well, he did come highly recommended, I suppose. And to
Indeed,
think I
indeed.
found him by accident, a little how I did you.
A
as well.
hidden gem.
I hear the city is full of them.
I should hope so. But this is
Uh,
most splendid. Look at this place. It's all done up so nice and ready to go.
Who would have thought that such a mess could be turned into something magnificent? You know, present company excluded.
Indeed, we don't know the meaning of mess.
Listen, I'm sure that you have many people here. If you'd like to introduce me and get a word in with anyone, anybody that you know is somebody that I want to know, Jally.
Of course. Well, I did have a little word with Lariel, the Open Lord.
Yes.
She was
I should
busy
hope
and couldn't
so.
come, but she sent her best regards. She said she would try to call in sometime when it was a bit less busy.
Understandable. Wouldn't want her stealing the show,
Exactly.
would we?
I did tell her you don't like being upstaged.
Well, that is entirely accurate. Well, thank you for passing on those regards. It would be very nice to see her. I'm still getting some of the stench from the dung keepers out of my undergarments. My undergarments, not my overgarments. I hope that I've, you know, ingratiated myself well with the Alliance. You know, if there is anything else that's coming up that needs somebody of my skills, please do let me know.
Of
I'm sure I'll be busy with this place, but it should run itself with, you know, my team.
Well, there will probably be a few bits and bobs that'll pop up, but hopefully nothing strange or out of the ordinary for a while, unless you get this place running.
Splendid. Well, enjoy yourself, Jally. Although, how could you not? Look at this
Oh.
place, look at us.
Most definitely, I will drink to that. But I've heard that Sullivan's buying all the drink for this event, according to Volo, so I'm going to have another one of these glasses of wine.
He's probably stealing it. It's his nature. He's very good at it. It's terrible. I should probably have had a word with him about that. Although I think the only thing he might be stealing is hearts. Look at those moves.
Yeah, and you look over. The dance floor is well populated with people. And yeah, although Bosco is not there to see the rest of the night in, the rest of you all see the party eventually come to a close. Everyone kind of dwindles away. Everyone kind of thanks you all in turn for such a great evening. Like, oh, you'll have to be back soon and all. And eventually, the night kind of comes to a close, probably early hours of the morning, like around 1, 2 a.m. Your staff are just beginning to clean everything down.
I tried to have sex with Bonnie.
Okay. Very blunt.
Oh, straight to the point. Fucking.
Make me a persuasion
Oh,
check. I'll give you advantage for your good roleplay.
Okay.
Double natural one.
Let's see how much he want this.
Double
on.
natural one. Double natural one.
What's up, persuasion? Okay. Boom. 18. Oof.
Okay.
Come on, buddy.
I feel like deciding a DC if it just seems rapey.
Yeah.
But if I said like she'll make a wisdom saving throw, like that makes it feel like you're trying to like take advantage of the situation.
My man just wants the whole person. You know what I mean?
He just wants to charm and hold person.
Friends last a minute, and then they turn hostile. That's more like it.
It's like, Avella, do you know that it spell a whole person? Can you use that?
I'm not gonna.
Jesus Christ!
Anybody. No.
We found the line, people. We found the line.
Yep.
This is the line.
This is the line.
Oh, great.
So he'd be like shook her hand, like show her hair. Obviously, try to go first base first, kiss her and everything, and then and eventually go to the quarters at some point.
She like she'll happily kiss you and but anything kind of past that, she kind of like you probably get up to like the door of your room. She like stops and he's like, Sullivan, I can't. I'm sorry. I just.
Did I do something wrong?
No, you did everything just right, but I.
Sullivan looks at her. It's like, okay, buddy. Sullivan understands. Like, stroke her in the face. Sullivan understands. It's okay. But I do know Sullivan has, or at least I think I do, have some feelings for you, Bunny. And you hold a very special place in my heart. I would never do anything to harm you in any way, Bunny. I had a lovely evening with you tonight. A lovely dance. I was able to show you one or two moves, so Sullivan is very happy. So I don't want it to do anything that you might be upset next day. So it's okay, Bunny. Yeah.
Maybe another time. Maybe another time. I just.
Did Logan say something to you? What did that bastard say to you?
No,
what are you talking
did
about?
nothing but good things about you, honestly.
Logan, good things about me?
Yes.
Mm.
I appreciate your patience. It's just this is difficult for me. It's hard to explain. Maybe another time. I promise. Another time I will explain.
As she's saying that, instead of going to stop, he's going to go forward and grab her by the back of her head and kiss her. Big, old movie snog.
Yeah, she'll reciprocate that.
And then, don't need to say one more word, Bunny. They will come. Let's go back downstairs and grab one last drink. Come. And I'll grab her hand and we'll take her downstairs again.
Yep. She'll go back down. And she's a bit awkward, but she's not like, trying to run away or flee.
In fact, I'm going to do something different now. I'm going to grab a drink and I'm going to sit with her on the roof, watching the stars.
Cool. You take her like on the balconies, probably.
Yeah.
Make me another persuasion check, Sullivan, with advantage for being such a polite gentleman.
I'm gonna use my cat agility. I'll come. I want to shoot something, buddy. Come, and I'll climb the roof. I'll give my hand to bring it upstairs and look at the sky or whatever.
Yeah, cool.
Now, persuasion, he said.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Persuasion. Oh,
Come on.
is it gonna happen?
Time to nat 20 a roll.
That's it.
Oh, called it!
Let's go!
Still a bit red though.
You're sat there on the roof. There's no one else around, and the conversation it starts off it's trying to just keep it away, and then eventually you're up there for maybe just over half an hour. Your glasses are both kind of empty. She kind of just sighs and just goes like,
And she grabs me.
Now she turns to look at you. He smiles. He goes like, I am. Can't believe I'm doing this. Only, do you remember the bard in the Yawning Portal? The 3 strings. He plays the lute with only 3 strings.
Yep, I remember, buddy. Yes.
He helped me get a job there. Before I was who I am.
Yes.
The reason why I couldn't reciprocate what you were going for, Sullivan, it wasn't that I didn't want to, it's that I'm not human.
Oh my god. What? What do you mean? You're not a human.
I'm a doppelganger, where we take forms of people and things, and there's a few of us here. We're just trying to get by, and if people find out what we are, they'll kill us out of fear.
So you're telling me you're not Bonnie?
I am Bonnie. Bonnie is me. This isn't how I look, truly. But all the talk and the conversation and the flirting and the bad dancing, that's all me. I'm just not this.
I must say I'm a little bit surprised for that, but not shocked. For I also have something to tell you. I'm not human myself, Bonnie.
If you tell me you're also a doppelganger, this is going to be the weirdest thing ever. I'm just throwing it out there.
No. I'm not a doppelganger like you. I'm more turned to the pharaoh side of it. I'm a what some people might call a shifter. I change forms into a more bestial form. There's not many of us in the realm. In fact, I can't remember the last time I saw, or even if I saw another like me. So for that reason, now it's my turn. I can't believe I'm saying this to you. That's why most of the time I pretend to be a human, and most of the time, well, practically all the time, I pretend to be something else. Yeah, and I'm also not who I appear to be. And then I'm gonna show it to you, but don't be afraid, please.
She like reaches out, takes your hand, like, let's do it together.
So weird, bro.
So homoerotic, and I am really feeling it.
You can't say I want to have sex with Bonnie and then get weirded out whenever the DM is like, okay, this is what happens. This is your fantasy, dude. It's weird that you're coming to stay at my house next week. It's gonna be.
Oh no!
I'm gonna have to lock my door just in case.
Thank God we're not doing this in a real live session. So I grab Bonnie's hand, I look at her eyes, and then I close my eyes, and then when I open my eyes, I change. And I see my eyebrows, my forehead just goes forward a little bit, my fangs grow, my hair just goes crazy everywhere, big eyebrows, my hair, my hands and then my arms got furry, like long, elongated black nails.
Yeah. You see,
the eyes got cat eyes.
Yeah, and as you open that, you see that the woman who was stood before you doesn't appear as she did before. She's still clothed in the clothing she was wearing, but her skin is like gray. She has these like pink eyes. She has like no even like visible mouth, like ears there.
Oh,
her like cheeks like crinkle up like a smile.
But she still looks like she looks. I mean, she's not male or female. What is she? Does she got female features at least, or she looks like the picture?
I don't believe doppelgangers have gender.
Would be kind of weird if they did.
Yeah, they don't really have a gender. They are like completely gender neutral. Like they don't have anything really. She might be more like, because she's taking more female form. Maybe she's more slender just in general. But yeah, like she doesn't have like tits and ass or like a big dick.
I think like, right. I'm gonna think as my character. I'm gonna think because in the past it's been rejected his entire life for someone to open up to him like this is gonna be more emotional than he's ever been. So he will go with it, and obviously he's gonna be shocked. He's gonna look at the appearance, but he's gonna go with it. I was like, well, that wasn't too bad. You still look just as beautiful. Deception check.
Sure, go for it.
Oh, she looks just as beautiful, bunny. Can I have an advantage because she's like, I don't know.
Just flat roll. 22 should be fine. She, like, her head kind of goes down. She shakes her head. She goes like, "You don't need to lie to me, but I can become like anyone." And her form like shapes and changes, and you see the Black Viper as Vile, as you last saw her there. The curly hair falling by her shoulders. I can be like anyone you want me to be.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't know what to do now.
And you think, Sullivan, based on that, she's not seen you with her. And like it's almost maybe like you instinctively like thought about that whenever you like closed your eyes and you were imagining what she could look like or what she might be like. Yeah. Maybe she read your mind.
I'll look at her. I was like, but how do what?
It's just something we can do. We know how to make ourselves be the most alluring we can to whatever we're trying to take advantage of, or you know.
Oh, I look to the left. I look to the right. Well, sometimes take advantage. It's Sullivan's middle name. So
Indeed.
since we're here, I know that sounds very bad.
That's somehow more rapey than anything else.
All right.
Rape.
If that is a skill you have, Sullivan would be happily use it.
And yeah,
Okay, and
we
yeah,
fade
and
to
then,
black on the roof.
Yep.
Oh, thank
The
God.
camera pans to the stars.
All he's like, top of the fucking roof.
Oh, shit, there's a fucking earthquake.
I think it's time we move. With that.
I don't know, Tony over. It's fine.
Good gal flies down. Murr, 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 murr.
But as he changes to Black Viper, then I think he kind of turns more to Shadow Claws, sort of takes over him more than himself.
Alrighty. Is anyone else doing anything before the night goes up?
No,
Like at least some more awkward role play in me.
No, she would simply accompany Savara to the Eldred Gauntlet. That's about it.
You just walk her home.
Yeah, so, yeah. Thanks for the evening, and hope to see you in the future again.
Thank you for the invite. And sorry for being hard on you. Maybe you weren't being completely dishonest.
It was my own doing. Anyway, see ya. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in 2 days.
Take it easy. She leaves. Goes inside.
Yeah.
I would be kind of by the front door, possibly even in the courtyard, kind of as everybody's leaving, just accepting the compliments about the party and the place, just kind of making sure that they're able to find the direction in which they're headed for the night.
Yeah, definitely.
The door is there.
Sullivan drops his pants downstairs. Just falls for the fucking roof. Point. Oh, sorry, that's mine. Just keep it safe. I'll come back in a minute.
We've got the various representatives from the guilds here, haven't we?
Yes, they're all also present.
Wonderful. I will give the Sullivan's pants to the Dunkeepers Guild.
Yep.
Representative and be like, do whatever you want with it. Literally whatever you want with these. And Sullivan will be around to pick them up.
I'll be like, oh, hell, my crutches. Oh, sorry, that's mine. I'll be down in a minute.
They kind of like look up.
Oh, hi. Sorry. Good night, everyone. You're back.
I'm going to burn these.
Probably for the best. Like
It
I
is
said,
the only
anything you
just
want.
thing to do.
Please do. Definitely for the best.
And yeah, you all eventually retire to bed one way or another, and you all get a long rest.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
We've done it, guys. We've got a tavern.
We've got
Yep.
the talent.
The old familiar is open.
Boom.
It is now the 20th of chess, so Fayday has finished. Tomorrow, the 21st, is the twin parades. And as you all kind of awaken and come down, for the first time, you are all pleasantly surprised to see that your business is in full swing. Your staff have showed up to work. There's a smell of food being cooked in the morning. There's even a few guests actually getting some breakfast as well as you all kind of trickle down. There is life here.
This is a pleasant change, isn't it?
Logan wanders downstairs looking fairly fresh in his normal garb and will just start hammering breakfast.
Yeah.
Could definitely get used to this. It's like being back home, but like the weird company. Oh, there he is. Hello, you two.
I will pretend not to hear that. Good morning.
Not you, behind you.
Yeah, I'll come down my bathrobe. I'll let Bonnie out,
Mhm.
and then I'll come back and I'll sit down. My bathrobe.
I knew you had it
actually,
in
no,
you, Sullivan. Oh, figuratively. It's probably the other way around.
Don't worry, my friend.
Who knows?
I hope I wasn't too loud. The roof yesterday.
Oh no,
It
nothing
happens sometimes.
nothing that put me off.
I think the music was loud.
Anyway, come and get some breakfast, Sullivan. You'll need to keep your strength up if you're gonna keep that one.
Yeah,
Anybody want some
It was a
tea?
wild one last night. My goodness, it was wild. You should have seen it.
Oh
my-
Tea would be splendid.
Yes.
She could do things with that tongue that my friend, no one has ever been able to do in me my entire
what's
life.
going
I
on?
was
The kettle begins
blown away.
like drawing out Sullivan's details.
Moscow, do you want some tea as well?
Yes, please. Before I start to, I need. Yes, please.
2 sugars or 1? Oh, none. Sorry.
No, please. 0, please.
No sugar, any milk? Yeah, she started pouring some black tea.
No sugar for me. I'm sweet enough.
I think she put like 4 sugars in Sullivan's
Like a little-
tea.
1412 called. They want their fucking tea order back. Listen, I'll have sugar. It's wonderfully sweet. Give it to me.
Yes,
As I like sit down, I could swing my legs around like fucking what was that the movie Basic Instinct? Cross my legs across.
Sullivan, listen, if you want us to see anything, you're going to have to do it slower and point it out. You're far too fucking hairy for us to make out anything there.
Oh,
I don't-
damn it! I forgot. Every time I change, I need to yeah.
The
think
thing is, you could still be quite impressive. You're just so hairy.
I need the one. I got to shave
Yes,
shave. Every time I change, I have to shave it.
Here's your
My hair
tea.
goes very fast.
And yeah, she gives everybody a cup of tea. Gives
Yep.
herself some. Well, what else the plans for today? Genuinely.
Honestly, we've only really been thinking about last night and the events, and I was kind of surprised to see this place still running today, not gonna lie. Props to the staff, it's great. I'm just kind of not used to actually running businesses for more than a day.
Rather surprised as well that things are working so this well.
To be honest, I was surprised that Sullivan would ever own a place like this, and I can actually get used to this. I think I might be able to settle down in Waterdeep, at least for the time being.
That is rather surprising to hear from you. Never seen.
I mean,
Me too, friend. Me
It's not
too.
surprising to me. He's not going to give up his stake in this place, and we're certainly in no position to buy him out.
Yeah, that's also true.
Anyway,
That's a fair point.
Perhaps I can be of some assistance of something that you could get up to, my good fellows. You see, rising from a table nearby, a human man, hair down to his shoulders. He has this like beautiful, kind of like olive skin, piercing green eyes, brown hair, a beautiful large hat that kind of like is like almost far too large for him, like a big wide brimmed hat. He wears kind of fairly like fine clothing, very pompous and plump. I am J.B. Nevercott. It is a pleasure to meet thee under such fine establishments indeed.
Logan will turn to Gabrielle and be like, before you ask, no, he didn't stay with me.
Yes.
When did you get here? When,
Oh, I
what?
just called in for breakfast, darling. These little pastries with the sausage and cheese are quite delicious. Well worth the 45-minute wait, if you ask me.
That's good to hear. Well, you said you had something. No, I presume some kind of job offer.
Oh, most indeed, my dear. Most
Please take a
indeed.
seat. Let's not keep you standing.
Oh, thank you. You know, sometimes carrying around the weight of importance like myself does get tiring, and he sits himself down.
Doesn't it just?
Indeed.
Please carry on. Sorry for the interruption.
Well, there is a man that I often tailor suits for. A large, heavy-set individual goes by the name of Laertes Hansberg. I swear, I've never seen a noble so fat. Anyway, he'll be picking up a new hat from me tomorrow, just before the parade. On his way home, I want you folks to be there, and I want you to snag a handkerchief out of his pocket and ensure that that handkerchief gets to Wyra. It's a little tiefling girl who lives down by the docks in a box. You can do that, right?
May we ask why you need something so particular done? If we are to be working for doing some jobs for you, it'd be nice to know the details. At least some.
I'm going to pay you money to not. It's a handkerchief. My business is my business.
Exactly. I like
It's
this
only a
man.
handkerchief.
Besides to the point. Easy. Go there, get the handkerchief, and he gives the coin. Easy, yeah?
Simple, you know, bump and Bob's your uncle, vanish your aunt, handkerchiefs in your pocket now, or you could simply threaten him. He would probably be quite a big wuss. And if you only after a handkerchief, he'll give it to you, no sweat.
I do not.
What is this handkerchief?
It will be on the person. He's coming to get a hat from me
Alright.
tomorrow before the parade, and just follow him and then get it.
And
I'm sure it won't be a problem.
and how much gold?
I agree.
Doesn't it?
For merely a handkerchief, let's think.
Yes, I know.
Well, I could.
Listen, we both know that this is not just a handkerchief.
No, it
Yeah.
literally is just a handkerchief.
But
But the significance to us is a handkerchief. The significance to you, I'm
It
sure,
is
is far
probably
greater. We do not need to know the significance to you. We only need to know the significance to us. But we do need to be compensated for the significance to you.
Ah, good thinking, my friend. Good thinking.
Only
That's
a
fair.
personal object is used in many ways for the arcane, so I'm sure you have a plan for it.
It is, well, you seem like you perhaps think that maybe my plan may be malicious. That is not my intent at all.
but anyway,
Insight.
Go for it.
same.
That's what I.
23? No, he's not malicious at all. Like, it's a handkerchief. He seems to find the whole thing quite novel. He seems kind of funny.
Cool.
It's almost like a friend playing a joke on someone he knows. Feels like that kind of level of.
Okay.
You know, you're a straight shooter. You've come to us with this. We don't know you. But it's a handkerchief at the end of the day.
Indeed.
Yes, I'm sure we can be there at the right place at the right time, and if a handkerchief happens to fall carelessly to the ground, we shall be sure to be there to collect it.
Most
You know
definitely.
what I mean.
And if that handkerchief can make sure it gets to Wyra, little tiefling girl who lives by the docks in a box, then I shall make sure that you are well compensated for your time. And if I ever have any other work, I shall be sure to contact you.
Very well.
Marvelous. Well, then I will pay you up front, because I trust to get this done. 80 gold.
Fair enough.
Yes.
That is a very lovely amount.
I feel as though we could be very good friends.
Oh, most definitely. It's almost as if we know each other already, good sir. But, you know, being in our circles, easy to do.
So
I
you
mean-
can-
If we haven't heard of each other, something would be quite wrong, I'm sure.
Indeed.
So you're telling me you have more jobs that's going to pay like this?
Indeed.
Uh,
If you
that's
can
what
prove
he's
yourself for this
insinuating,
trivial
Bosco, yes.
task, yes.
It's like hazing or an interview. Remember the interviews where we're like, cook that cat. The handkerchief is the cat, and the cooking is delivering it to Wyra, the one
That is,
by the docks wearing socks.
that is an apt metaphor indeed. Well,
Okay.
it gives us something to do for a nice sum of gold.
Indeed.
Is that 8 gold each, or is that 20 gold each?
It's 80
Probably
gold
gold.
for the job.
Gotcha.
It depends,
gold each would
Bosco.
be-
If you want to help us with the job, then you can have your share. If not, then it'll get split 3 ways, or 2, or 1.
Sullivan is definitely, if there is coin in it, Sullivan is in it.
I mean, this is perfectly suited to your skill set, Sullivan.
I was
You know,
about to say,
100%, my friend.
stealing things, being underhanded.
Oh, I knew the day was gonna come for me to show my perfect tactics,
I can.
my
can
awesome
distract.
skill sets.
Sullivan can take it, and we won't even need to hurt anyone. It's great.
Maybe a little.
Well, I will be at Nevercott's haberdashery, which is where he shall be picking up his suit and hat. So, if you want to wait for him there, I believe he said he'd be there around lunchtime tomorrow.
very well.
Wonderful.
We will be there then and
Most marvelous.
see what we can do.
Indeed. Good. Well, lovely stuff. If you do call in early, totally fine. I shall simply pretend to not know you.
Is this the sort of place that someone like me could possibly?
Oh, most definitely.
Indeed. You know, I kind of got that idea. Perhaps myself and Gabriella could pose as patrons.
Yes,
And
indeed.
Bosco and Sullivan. So basically, what I'm saying is, don't worry. If you only see 2 of us, we will be there.
Not a worry at all.
Consider it done, my friend. Consider it done.
Well, good luck. And hopefully, no one will have to come and collect that debt if you manage to fuck up. Lovely to meet you all. The cheesy hammy pastries are wonderful. And hopefully I will see you all in the near future. Ta-ta! Farewell! He
Farewell indeed.
heads to the door, and as he gets to the door, he takes an umbrella out of the kind of like umbrella stand, and like it's like a little parasol. He pops it up. It's a nice sunny day, and like puts it over himself to keep himself from getting too like sunburned, and like hobbles out in the street with this big hat. Yeah, and he hobbles off, heading north.
Well, that was a peculiar fellow.
It's just a job. Don't read too much into it.
Anyhow, well, that settles things for tomorrow, but as for today, I do plan on popping by the order to see if they have any jobs, and perhaps, Sullivan, you could go again to the Owning Portal, see if they got anything up for us.
Also, we need to find out what's going to happen to Davil now. Obviously, he's in prison, but
Devil, I presume he has a plan. He sounds like the kind of person to get himself arrested only if he has a plan.
I mean,
also it sounds like also it is an easy opportunity for his opponents for his enemies to take. No, it sounds like a good opportunity for his enemies to take him.
he didn't seem.
I know he didn't seem very concerned, but I don't know.
Well,
No.
perhaps it's even it might be even a better idea to go check the Owning Portal. I presume they still gather there.
Yes, I'm gonna go and speak to
Right.
Dashwin. Dashwin's in charge at the moment.
Oh, really? Isn't she the guard captain, I think?
Anyway, I'm gonna go over there.
Anyway, I'll
See you
go
later.
to the order and see what we can get there. Have a nice day, and stay out of trouble the best you can. Yeah, and she gets up with her cane, winces a bit in her left knee, and keeps walking.
Go change my clothes. Put my armor on.
All right.
Shave myself.
Gabriel would probably wait if somebody was accompanying her. If not, she'd go alone.
Alrighty. So, where is Gabriella headed?
The other, just to what is at this point one of her usual, almost daily route, just to pop by, see if anything's new.
Calling in
Toss
the
the
halls
bolt
of
on for
justice, yes? Sorry?
Yes.
Logan will offer to keep her company, but
Yes, of course, Logan. Please come along.
wonderful.
Alrighty. Yeah, so you and Logan going together. And Sullivan, you're going to go to the awning portal?
Yep.
Alrighty. Oscar is not here. Perfect. Well, let's do Halls of Justice first. Gabriella and Logan, you guys travel across town, and when you find yourself at the familiar site, Halls of Justice.
No matter how many times I visit this place, I always get a bit nervous. Reminds me of my own trial. How many? 10 years, yeah. Still he's in Britannia.
Well, you know, if you just played by the rules like everyone else, you'd be fine.
Oh, I didn't do anything wrong, for what I recall. I just found out things that shouldn't have been found out. And that's how things go.
Listen, lots of things can be found out. Things that are supposed to be kept secret. It's what you do with them.
Yeah.
And how you set yourself up, the kind of reputation you give yourself. I have found out many a thing that I have been trusted to keep to myself. With no repercussions.
Let's just say I was maybe a bit overzealous in my youth. I didn't like what I found out, and I paid the consequences of trying to reveal it.
So it wasn't the finding out, it was the trying to reveal.
Yes, more or less. I mean, it didn't work out either way in the end, so I think it's behind me now. What can I say? Anyhow.
I mean, at least it's not like you're running from your problems, changing your appearance, and gearing your entire life around not getting recognized. That's fine. It's you're clearly over it.
I'm more or less, yes.
No, I can understand your predicament.
Oh, how is your family situation, by the way?
We don't talk about that. Come on, let's go.
Understandable. Anyway. Yeah, she'd probably enter.
Right.
Again, pop a gold piece in the charity box as usual.
Yep. Spot on.
I'll pop 2 copper in there and kind of rub them together so they make a little clink, so it's louder than Gabriella's. Not particularly doing well at hiding it because, you know, +0 to sleight of hand, but still.
But yeah, Gabriel just probably look around for Savra or anybody else who seems to be more in charge in the place.
Yeah, so you're not looking for Sabra, you're looking for someone above Sabra?
Well, if she can't find Savra, she'd probably go.
You know where Sabra's room is, so you could always go knock on if you wanted, but she's not out in the immediate area right now.
If that is the case, she wouldn't disturb off the bat. She'd try to find somebody more high up.
Alrighty. Certainly can. Certainly can indeed. You are able to find a a human woman. She's got like this rugged brown skin, stands just around 5.5 foot tall. And she's kind of there, and she's fairly high. She's like a high priestess, but she's definitely a fairly high ranking priestess.
Yes.
She's kind of busying herself just with sorting through some papers and things, sorting out all of the various Bibles and books of Tyr here.
Good day. May I disturb you, miss?
Of course, you may disturb me, dear.
Thank you. Cheval Gabriel Duran. Pleasure to meet you.
Amelia Mornhell.
I was just wishing to inquire if there are any assignments that can that I could be a part of. I'm finding myself with all the vacant time recently, so I figured I'd invest it back into the order.
Let me see. I don't believe there is much going on at the moment. Savra was looking into something in the field ward, but I believe it is still a work in progress, is all.
So I should go check in with her, or?
You're more than welcome to.
Of course.
But I don't
Thank you.
know if she has any more than I do.
Very well. Farewell, my priestess. Have a nice day.
Pleasure. Yeah, knock on Savra's door.
Yeah, she probably she tried to, as on her way, she like tried to do R. Like, how does she do that? R.
It's just a thing with the tongue. It's a technique. It's rather good.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It just sounded kind of strange. Anyway,
Yeah, you go. Knock, knock, knock. Hang on.
yes, of course. One moment.
Oh, it's you. And the door opens and Savra's there. She's like half dressed and she sees Logan, just like slams the door immediately.
sorry.
You should have said you're with someone.
Well, you should have said. Sorry.
I mean, I assume that you always come alone.
Not always.
Most of
No.
the time.
Most of the
Don't
time.
blame her. Just take it on the chin.
It's,
Yep.
Sorry, I'll turn about face.
After about 10 minutes, the door opens and she's in full plate.
Logan's still looking the other way.
You can turn around now.
Thank you. He does a full 360 and then another 180 once he kind of clocks.
Hello, Sarah. My apologies for the intrusion. I was just talking around with people about some assignments, and I overheard that you had something going on in the field.
Yes, sorry, I'm a little bit hungover. I was sleeping in.
Oh, understandable.
No, I'm digging into something. I've nothing solid yet. It's just there's some issue with guards in the field ward being robbed.
Oh.
I'm trying to put together kind of like any kind of, correlation at the minute, because guards in the field ward being robbed is a bit vague to send anyone on. I'm still piecing together the pieces.
I'm happy to look into it for you if you wish.
If you want to prowl up and down the field ward, be my guest. But it might take you some time.
Oh, Logan loves the field ward as well. It's one of his favorite districts in Waterdeep.
Somehow I find that difficult to believe. No offense, Logan. It stinks
Well,
there.
look at him. He looks so enthusiastic for it.
Gabriella.
His face.
Anyway,
Why do you do this? Why are you the way that
honestly, no clue. Probably still hangover as well.
Well, may the gods only increase your suffering, Gabriella.
Oh, wow.
Damn. Which one, though? Anyhow, but yes, I'll report back once I find something solid, if I find something solid.
Well, I appreciate the help. Good to see you, Logan.
And you, I didn't.
It's fine.
Yes.
Savra. Anyway, yes.
No, it wasn't the name. It was the condition. Let's go.
Oh. And yeah, we'll probably say bye and head back towards Drawskull.
Perfect. Bosco, do you join Sullivan in his journey to the yawning portal or not?
Yeah, no, I would have. Yeah.
Perfect. So you two head down towards the yawning portal. You arrive, you find yourself in the familiar, warm tavern. You get the music of 3 strings playing.
Then I go over to the table where
You head to the second floor to what would have been Davil's usual table, and you are
yeah,
kind of weird to see him not there. You're still getting used to that. But yeah,
it's
Ashlin's there.
Tashwin.
Tashlin, yeah.
Is it Ashley, not Tashwin?
Tashlin.
Oh, Tashwin. Tashlin.
Yeah.
Oh, this is about Tashwin. Just my handwriting is disgusting. Tashwin. Yep. I'll go up to Saturday. I'll go down and sit down. It's like, were they there last night? Were they at the
Yeah, they
grand opening?
attended. You didn't make a point of speaking with them, but they were there. They were present.
Okay. I'll probably have touch base with them at some point in the evening, but okay, I'll go back to those. Good morning, Tashwilling. How are you? How are you doing today?
I'm most well, unlike Zaraj here. And you look over and you see the half-orc there, like, hand in head, like...
You guys had a good night last night, no? What did you think about our Grand Tavern?
It was very enjoyable.
The
Hopefully...
old familiar has a good ring to it.
It does indeed. Hopefully, whenever it gets a bit more busy, we'll be able to use it a bit more.
Absolutely. We'll get the room for a business set up for some of our operations in there shortly.
Yes, Istrid mentioned something about the upstairs lounge kind of area that might suffice.
Yep, we'll speak to the builders. Currently still patching a few things up in the tavern, but soon enough we'll have our room secure enough for our operations.
I like the room secure enough for busyness levels.
Mm-hmm.
To allow for the coming and going of us such people, and also discussions to go unnoticed. It's important.
Okay. Yes, anyway, the reason I'm here is a couple of things. I just want to know what's the update on Davil. How is he holding up?
That was fine. Last I heard, he was still trying to get a audience with the Open Lord.
Do you know how long he's going to be there for?
Not sure. As long as it takes, I imagine. We have things in place to break him out if absolute need be, but we're trying to let him run with this. He seems to know what he's doing, at least.
I hope so. Just because, obviously, with Davil not around at the moment, is a good opportunity for his enemies to react upon his absence. Anyway, just the thing I was thinking about. But is there any jobs you have for us to do? Anything you need doing? I know I've been doing a lot of things for you here and there, but I was just wanting to have something, a bit more so I can use my skills.
I have nothing big right now, but if I get anything, I will send it you.
Okay, that sounds
good. It's all
good.
a lot of dancing around the conflict right now, which is being a right pain. Hopefully Davil can bring an end to that, but we'll see.
Hopefully so. Well, I'm glad you all came last night. I'm glad you enjoyed yourselves. Some a little more than others, and not still have a person. But yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll let you carry on with business. Hopefully I'll hear from you soon.
Perfect. Yeah, and you stand up and you begin to leave, and on your way out, you feel someone grab your arm, and you look behind, you see Bonnie.
Hello, Bonnie.
How slip out without me noticing you, were you?
No, I was not. Of course I was going to come and say hello to you.
Mm-hmm.
I had a very good night last night, Bonnie.
Me too.
It was precious. I'll never forget.
Me.
Perhaps we could do something similar another time.
Perhaps indeed. I look forward to it. But right now, I was wondering if you could maybe... there's some friends of mine, people who are in a similar position that I am. The Emerald Enclave are looking for them. If you could get someone over to help them, I'd really appreciate it.
Enclave. What kind of help do you need me to do? What do you mean by help?
If you want to talk to Matrim, the bard, he can probably tell you more openly than I can, let's say.
Matrim?
Matrim, yeah. 3 strings over there.
Matrim.
She'll point down. You see
oh,
this
3 strings. Is that his name? I've never heard. I never knew his real name.
Yes.
Of course, Bunny. For you, you'd be a pleasure. I'll help any way I can. And I'm sure my associates would do the same. And I kind of elbow boss scoops on the side.
Yeah.
No problem. I go speak to
you pop
3
down.
strings.
He's playing his lute with the 3 strings of like quite remarkable skill, occasionally fucking up now and again just the complexity of it. As you kind of get close, he kind of like pauses, finishes the song, has a little drink, is like, yes, what can I help you with? Oh, it's a little halfling who accused me of murder. Hello.
Listen, it's all past. It's all water under the bridge. We all friends now, aren't we? We all good now. Listen, you here?
You use the term friends very loosely.
My friend, I do, trust me. I do, my friend. I pretty much called.
You definitely look like someone who'd murder someone.
Yes, absolutely. But besides the point, I've heard you might be in need of some help with some matters. A friend of mine told me.
Looks over your shoulder and like nods at someone. He, like, if you follow the gaze, you see he's like nodding at Bonnie. He like nods back. All right, sure. I am trying to get a group of people who are being wrongly targeted by the Emerald Enclave. They think that they're trying to throw off some balance. To be perfectly honest, I only really know Bonnie of this group. She's put her word that the others are safe and sound dealing with. I think they maybe require a little bit of conversation before we do anything rash in that regard. Just make sure we're helping the right people. Bonnie's seems to be on the level. The others, I'm not too sure.
I'm sure that if Bonnie likes these people, I'm sure they must be good people. Otherwise, Bonnie wouldn't want to help them. If Bonnie wants to help them, then Sullivan wants to help them.
Very well. Then, she has managed to get them all to group up in a tavern a few doors down from here. Don't know if you're familiar with it. It's the Empty Keg. It's a beer hall. They're going to meet up there tonight, apparently. If they're trustworthy and useful, I can have someone get them out of the city that night and hopefully out of whatever danger the Enclave might be putting them in. Otherwise, if they are not safe, then it might be worthwhile us simply letting fate run its course. But
sounds good. So just all you want us to do is to go over there and speak to them, see if they are worth to being helped, and then we help them to get out of the city.
Exactly. Make the call. If they are up to anything illicit or dangerous, then I recommend you nip that in the bud.
And how many of them are there?
Bonnie says there's 4 of them.
4 of them.
Not
Oh,
including
okay. So it's a small group. It's not. Okay. Okay. I'm assuming Bonnie will probably have more information in this group than you have.
She knows them all personally, as far as I'm aware. She's going to be there as well tonight at the Empty Keg. She'll be meeting them. So find her, and you'll find them. Talk to them.
Does anyone
just do a bit of recon? I'll have someone waiting in an alleyway at the back, just off Cook Street. He'll have a carriage.
And do you think the Enclave might know of this meeting, or?
We wouldn't be having this meeting so urgently if they weren't getting close. So I can't just promise that it won't be safe. But the Enclave are usually quite reserved. Hopefully, the worst case we're thinking is they're going to try to scare us off anyway, which will hopefully play into their hands, even if we do get caught.
Would I know anything about this Emerald Enclave?
You can give me a history check.
History.
Nope. You know they're like action and Waterdeep. They kind of represent like a lot of druids and things, but like their opinions on matters and like where they fall, you're not really sure.
Okay, I've come across his name before, but I'm not very familiar about what exactly they stand for. But okay, we'll do our best to see that these people are rescued if they are worth to be rescued. But even though this is a favor to Bonnie, is still a quite dangerous job, one must say. Is there anything in for the group? Perhaps, obviously, I'm doing a favor for my friend, but my friend is here. A completely different story.
We're doing this out of the goodness of our hearts.
Good. Okay. Okay. Of course. What else would you do it for? Of course, we are very good-hearted people.
Hey, if you want to sell them out to the Enclave, maybe they'll pay.
No, of course not. Never. Sullivan will never do that.
Good.
How much are they selling?
Don't know. We'd have to go find them.
Okay, no. Sullivan will never do that. Never. I don't want to break my poor friend's heart over there. And I'm not the bunny. Not a problem. Sullivan will help, and I'm sure that his friends will help too.
Perfect. Well, thank you for your time, Sullivan. And to the murderous accusatory halfling of yours. This next song is, and he zinged it, like, just begins. And yeah, you slip away, or you can finish talking with the Bonnie.
I was going to go speak to Bonnie. I've asked her information about this. So, Bonnie, I spoke to the 3 streamers for them, and they just said you want us to help 4 of your friends. But
Yes.
he's not entirely sure if your friends are like you, as in if they are good people.
Matrim trusts me. He's a very suspicious person, naturally. I suppose it comes with what he, gets involved in sometimes. It's probably just formality.
Is all the 4 people we're about to speak to worth saving? I mean, is there nothing in the past that could potentially put my friends in danger, as well as myself, Bonnie?
I know them reasonably well. But come on, Sullivan. We all have things in our past we'd rather not be brought to light,
Okay, buddy. Okay. I'll do it. No problem. I'll help your friends for you.
Whatever Matrim wants to do, Matrim, he's smart and he's kind and he does what he does for a wider picture, not simply for individual gain. I'm not going to get upset if not all of them get out. Understand? Especially asking help from the Harpers, it's dangerous.
Of course. I understand, Bunny. Well, one part of me is a little suspicious about it, but another part of me is telling me to help these people. So I'll follow my gut feeling, shall I say, Bunny, on this one.
That's all I can ask. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Bunny. And now, see you soon.
See you soon.
And then I grab Bosco and okay, Bosco, let's go. Let's get out of here for a minute.
You guys head out.
I go.
Perfect. And as you guys head off, wherever it is you're heading in Waterdeep, that is where we're going to stop for tonight. Thanks so much, everyone, for dropping in. See you all. Not next week, the week after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bye.